Hey, 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 it's the Sabbath day. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Sabbath. It's time for my dog Dugald. What up, buddy? D, it's the big D, the big bulldog, the Dugald. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's get this day rocking and rolling. Made a new fan on the outside stretch today. Anyway, welcome back to the channel that Time Magazine raves is the fastest growing debate channel of the 21st century. Can y'all believe that? This is the channel where you can watch an undereducated hick from Alabama perform an intellectual takedown of the Christian faith, doctrine, and logic for your entertainment, but also to make the world a better place, because Christianity is trying its best to make it a very shitty place for humans. And they do it with a hypocritical nonsense, which makes it 10 times worse. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. And that's why I'll be here for 93 days in a row now. Over 3 months straight. Without taking a day off. It's coming eventually, you know. So, like, it's going to happen at some point. But not right now. Not this Sabbath. So, let's keep it going. And we will. Also, y'all know what time it is. Our best friend of the channel, Dr. Joshua Bowen, writes a whole bunch of books that you can purchase and learn his brilliant knowledge from. This is Dr. Joshua Bowen's Learn to Read Ancient Hebrew, Volume 1. You can learn Hebrew if you've never even looked at a Hebrew letter in your life. If you've never even heard of Hebrew, you don't even know what a Hebrew is. This book will tell you and turn all that around. He also has lots of other good scholarly works you can read, and those are all available on Amazon. And purchasing those books is supporting Dr. Josh and his wonderful family. And we love, love, love Dr. Josh. So, welcome in. Also, don't forget, the Rocket City Reason Conference is going down October 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And you, that's right, you can come hang out with the biggest names in the atheist debate world, like Thinker, like Forrest Valkai, Gutsick Gibbon, Seth Andrews, Godless Engineer, Black Atheist Rants, all going to be hanging out in Huntsville, Alabama this October. And you can come too and be just as cool as them. And that's pretty awesome. Also, not much else to say as far as announcements, so let's jump in to today. Oh, sorry, I was reading a message there. Mama Bash, hello. What's up, Mama Bash? Happy Sabbath to you. Happy Sabbath. Oh, in case y'all didn't know, don't be picking up any sticks today, y'all. Because the all-knowing, all-loving God of mercy will unalive you for that shit. So be real careful about picking up sticks today. Don't be picking up no sticks. It's the Sabbath. God hates that. Yeah, don't do that. God's kind of shitty for it. Anyway, we've been on for a whopping 4 minutes so far. So the show is just getting started. The algorithm is just getting flowing. I wish it would go faster than it does starting off now. Like, ever since TikTok's little hiccup they done had, the algorithm is a little bit stranger. That's for sure. Which kind of sucks too, because like 3 lives before TikTok's little hiccup there was 3 lives in a row. I was getting like 50 new followers each, and then it just kind of reset and threw us back in a little tizzy here. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. We'll make do with it, won't we? Anyway, we are just waiting for the first person of the day to come up and debate us here, or conversate, whatever. Don't we though? Don't we though? Don't we though? Maybe we got somebody here. Let's see. What does it say? Yasin. Yasin. Let's try. Let's see. Let's try Yasin then. What's that coming in? Thank you. Hey, Yasin, you there,
Yeah, good
son?
day, good day. I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm hoping that that you're someone that can have a respectful, a mutual respectful conversation. I won't interrupt you, and I would like the same as well.
Well, it just depends. I mean, I try not to interrupt, but you're over 18 and you're a Christian.
I beg your pardon.
You're over 18 and you're a Christian.
I'm over 18 and I'm not a Christian.
Oh, we're just debating Christians, man.
Well, I believe in the entire Bible, but I don't have to fall under the label of Christian, right?
So, do you follow Jesus?
I follow Yahusha. Yeah,
That would make you a Christian. That's what Christian means. It means someone who's Christ-like and follows Christ, doesn't it?
sure, sure. But I
Oh,
don't
okay.
fall into the
Well, in
umbrella,
that
the
case, though.
mainstream umbrella. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all right. So, which one of these topics you want to talk about then?
I want to look at what you're saying. The last question: why doesn't Yahusha actually fulfill prophecy? Let's look at that one.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's my favorite one, actually. Well, can you show us a prophecy that the New Testament says Yahushua fulfills that he actually fulfills in the context of the prophecy?
Sure, sure. We could. Do you want me to share my screen?
No, just read it to us if you want. I don't. It's hard to keep up with my hands down here and moving the screens around.
Okay.
What
So,
What do you want to show?
yeah, yeah. I'd like to share Matthew chapter 1 and verse 23.
Ooh, we're going to Isaiah chapter 7 then, are we?
Yeah, Isaiah 7:14. Exactly.
Perfect, perfect. That's one of my favorite ones to talk about. All right, so you've read Isaiah chapter 7, right?
Yeah, yeah. It talks about Isaiah's son being born in the next chapter, I believe. But anyway,
Right. So
go ahead.
why would you think this is about Jesus if you know Emmanuel is Isaiah's son?
Well, no, Emmanuel was not the name of Isaiah's son. Actually, it was called something else. You could actually
No, it has
Google it.
two
Go on
sons.
Google.
Emmanuel is just one of them.
Well, go on Google. Let's see if that's true. Google that.
Well, I
If
mean, I'm
Isaiah has
looking
a
at it
son
right
named
now.
Emmanuel.
I read this all the time. It says that in
Well,
chapter 8. That's what I thought you just said.
sorry.
That's what I thought you were just getting at, that you knew this was his son.
No, Emmanuel. Isaiah never had a son named Emmanuel. Actually, if you Google that, you can see that. Actually, respectfully.
Don't agree. Anyway,
What do
what
you
makes
find?
this chapter about Jesus when this is clearly about the Assyrian invasion into Judah?
Well, the Hebrew words for sign that's used there is the word ot, and it means something miraculous, like extraordinary. It's not going to be a normal occurrence. Um,
Well, it's a sign from
so that
God, so yeah.
yeah, it's a sign from him. So I definitely would see that as being from a virgin, especially when you look at the first prophecy that's about this messianic in the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 15. It
Oh
correlates
my
with what we read
goodness.
in Isaiah.
You think Genesis 3:15 is a prophecy?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh wow. Do you
And
know what a
and I
prophecy
could
is?
yeah, I could read it. I could read it as well. It says, "And I put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her
We know what
seed."
Genesis 3 says. I'm just saying it's not a prophecy. This
Is it?
doesn't
And I put
qualify as a
enmity.
prophecy. There's no prophet. It's punishment for the serpent. Like,
Yeah, I put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He will crush your head, and you will crush his heel. So the key point I wanted to highlight there is it mentions her seed. It doesn't mention the man having a seed. It mentions her seed.
That's because it's talking about her.
But why wouldn't it? But why is it? Can a woman have a seed? I thought the seed comes from the man.
The seed is the offspring. Seed in Hebrew doesn't mean
Yeah,
a
for sure.
woman's sperm.
But the offspring is usually given to the man, and not like show me another place that has a similar
Women
verbiage.
have offspring. Women have children, not men.
What do you mean? Like, but the seed, the line of the seed always is attributed to the man, is it not?
It's not talking about a line. It's just dealing out punishments for the serpent, the woman, and then the man. He hasn't even got to the woman yet.
Well, according to what's in front of me, it's clearly telling me it's the first promise of the Messiah. See, look, I'm showing
Don't
my
have nothing to
screen.
do with the Messiah.
But what if you're wrong? Have you considered that you might be wrong? Have you ever considered that?
I have, but I have no reason at all to think I am. Because that's
Do
not
you,
a prophecy. It's not what God describes as a prophecy. It's a punishment for the serpent.
well, because again, who's a serpent? Who is that?
It's just an animal. It says it's an animal. It says,
It's just
"Cursed
an
are you
animal.
among all animals." It's an animal.
So it's not anything. There's nothing in the higher realm that's occurring.
No.
Have you read the book of Enoch?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I show you what it says in Enoch? Who the serpent was?
Well, let's go back. Let's go to Isaiah 7 first, and if we can get past
Okay.
this, we'll go to the other
Sure.
ones.
Sure. Sure. I'm there.
so you obviously you think Emmanuel is Jesus, right?
Well, I mean, that's what Matthew and Luke tell us. Do you not
Well,
believe
Matthew
in
says
their
this is a
writings?
prophecy about the virgin birth of a Messiah, but this chapter don't have anything to do with Messiahs or
Well,
virgin
he
births.
highlights it. He actually he's pointing to this because they use the same term, the alma, and he
Yeah,
says it in Matthew as well.
ha'ara. That means a young woman is with child. Currently, presently is with child. It's a present
But
tense thing, and it says
it
young
would be
woman,
more
not a
so as
virgin.
again. Let's look at these terms.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, hold on. So this term, virgin, alma,
That
it's
that's not the
it
word for
means
virgin. The word for virgin is betula.
look. Well, let's see. Let's look at this. You know, like sometimes you could use two words that mean the same thing. Yeah, we even
Can you
have that in
read
our
Hebrew?
language. Look what it says right here. Alma. It says
I
feminine.
know. Can
A
you read
lass.
Hebrew?
One second. A lass as veiled or private. A damsel, a maid, virgin. This is what's found in the Strongs. See, virgin.
The Strong's is explicitly for the King James version of the Bible. It's
All right,
not
let's look at
defining Hebrew in general. You know that, right?
let's look at the Thayers.
The what?
The Thayer, no, sorry, the Brown Driver Briggs. The Brown Driver Briggs
Yeah, that's
definition.
better.
Look,
Yeah.
Alma, the first occurrence we have here is what?
Huh?
Look what it says.
I can bear it's so tiny.
What about that?
Alma does not mean virgin. There's a
Why does
word
the
for
Brown
virgin.
Driver Briggs tell us that? I'm gonna go with
It's
them
not.
rather than with you saying they have more
Uh,
credibility than you.
do they?
Yeah, yes they do.
Mm. Hey, will you look up the word Betula?
But so what? Two words can mean the same, but it says two different words, but they have the same meaning.
The word Alma might refer to a virgin, but it's not in Isaiah, and it never does. Like Isaiah uses the word for virgin Betula when he means virgin, and it does not say virgin in chapter 7.
Look, man, I'm gonna
And
go
even if
with
it
the Brown
did, it
Driver
doesn't make a
Briggs.
difference because this is not about a Messiah.
Hey, this is
It
your
doesn't have
opinion.
anything to do with the Messiah.
That's
It's
your
not an
opinion.
opinion.
Yes, it is,
It's
because the
not an
Brown
opinion.
Driver Briggs
No, it's not. It's a fact.
debunks you.
Here, I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm gonna make your camera bigger. All right, zoom out on that. Let's look at the whole thing.
All right. See, and it goes on to further of marriageable age.
All right,
Is
now look up the
Betula of
word
marriageable
Betula.
age? Is Betula of marriageable
Betula
age?
means virgin.
But does it
Betula
mean
means virgin.
but is that of marriageable age? That could be a distinction, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it means a young woman, usually of marriageable age. That's what it means in Hebrew, yeah.
So again, when we go back to what the scriptures say at Matthew chapter 1.
Yeah, so where does it say in Isaiah
Look,
chapter 7 that
but let's
Emmanuel
look
is
at
a
what this says.
Messiah?
1 second. Let's look at the text. Matthew chapter 1:21. It says, "And she shall give birth to a son, and you shall call his name Yahusha, or Yahshua, for he shall save
Oh,
his
not
people
Emmanuel.
for their
Interesting.
sins." 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then it says,
Mm-hmm.
"And all this came to be in order to fill what was spoken by Yahuwah through the prophet, saying, See, and Alma shall conceive a son, and she shall give birth to a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel." And so, what prophet is he quoting then? What prophet is Matthew quoting?
He's quoting Isaiah 7. He's just quoting it wrong. He don't have any idea what's actually going on in Isaiah
So
chapter
we're not
7.
going to take Matthew. So you're negating Matthew's testimony for your own opinion, right? What about Luke?
It's
Luke
not
says the
my
same thing
opinion. We
too.
can just read it. Matthew
Wait.
don't know what he's talking about.
So does Luke know what he's talking about?
No.
None of them knows. All right. You know what? I'm not going to.
No, we can just read it. It has nothing to do with a Messiah. It's about the Assyrian invasion into Judah, and it doesn't say virgin. It says Alma. That means a young woman of marriageable age.
Can you do me a favor, please?
What?
Have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care.
Oh, you running? Oh, okay. Well, he ran. When it's time, they always run before you get to the actual context, don't they? Well, oh shit! I didn't even say do there. My bad. You don't want to go to the context, do Gold?
No, he didn't. I was going to tell him that even if you look at the overviews of the concordance, if you look at the overviews of the word, if you look at any of it, it tells you that the only reason that Alma has that denotes virgin is because of the original Greek Parthenos that got misconstrued with it and messed it up. That's why it sometimes can denote virgin. They had a specific word for virgin. They would have used virgin if that's what they meant.
Yeah, I told him that. They went in one ear and out the other. Oh boy. We never actually get to read the verse. That's whatever Matthew says is what it says.
Right. I don't know why he's trying to tell us that the New Testament proves it when all they're doing is misquoting the Old. It doesn't prove anything.
Yeah, and it's always a coincidence that they run about the time that I say we can just read it. They don't want to just read it.
They're like, no. we don't go by the Old Testament, but except for when we misquote it to prove that Jesus is Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. It's just there. We don't actually go read it. The New Testament tells us what it says. We don't read that. Oh man, it's wild, y'all. Anyway, guys, welcome in on this wonderful Sabbath. We got my homeboy Dugald with us right now. So if you are a Christian and you want to talk with us about one of these topics, come on up and do it, please. It would be really, really cool. We need some actual tracking information. I need to download that Brown Driver Briggs. Hold on just a second. How do I get to that? Let's see. Oops. Let me try. They just got a website or something you can go to? I've never even... Brown Driver Briggs. Look that up. Blue Letter Bible. What are you even? Huh? No, let me try this. Oh my God. Listen to what I just looked up on Safari here. I typed in the word Alma in their search thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says Alma is here translated as woman, but it really means a young woman no longer a virgin. It's awesome. Dang.
Yeah, Google's AI overview says primarily means a young woman or maiden of marriageable age, not necessarily a virgin, though virginity is often implied due to cultural context. But Alma was mistranslated as the Greek Parthenos virgin in the Septuagint, which has led to it being considered virgin.
That's about right. Mama!
Good morning, Apostate. How are you?
Hey, Mama, what are you doing?
Listen,
How you recovering?
you've got a guy in the comments, Repentant Heart Every Day, I think is his name.
Oh, he's been going after you for a minute.
He's been going after me. He's saying to me that enslavers are going to be in hell.
Where
And
does it say that?
and black people are going to be in heaven. So
Where does the book say that?
In his head?
so I told him that slavery wasn't a sin. That wouldn't send anybody to hell. So anyway,
How can it be a
I'm
sin when
inviting
God
him
gave him
up.
instructions on how to do it?
Yeah, I'm inviting him up. If that's why I came up.
Yeah, God doesn't like punish people for doing what he says.
Right. That's what I told him. I was like,
Decision.
well, there's no sin for enslaving people. So come on up in Heart Every Day.
There's one person here. I don't know if it's who you're talking about. It says we stand. What does that say?
His name is Repented. One more
Will he
race.
actually come up and talk, or is he more of a comment warrior?
It looks like he's a comment warrior. He said his name is Repented Heart Every Day. For some reason, he thinks that racist people are going to hell. I don't know where he gets it.
Yeah, racism is a little business of sin. It's like one of the things you do to get to God.
Right.
According to the Bible.
Oh, he don't want to, he said. He don't want to. But he'll sit there and chirp all day in the comments and think he's right, but he knows if he comes up here, he won't be able to back himself up.
Oh, jeez.
Scared.
Well, let's try somebody who will, maybe. We stand and preach.
Oh, I'm definitely here.
Hey,
Shout out to Jesus
hey,
Christ.
we stand.
Amen.
Are you over 18?
Of course.
Okay, cool. And you're one of the Christians, I imagine?
Oh, definitely a Christian. Shout out to Jesus Christ, the only God there is.
Oh.
Amen.
Amen.
Y'all Christians?
Amen.
So which one of these which
Y'all
one of these
Christians?
topics you want to? No, we're atheists. We don't believe in Jesus.
Oh.
We think he's a horrible, horrible person.
Y'all cuckoo?
No, are you?
No, I mean, I believe that all unbelievers need mental homes.
Oh, we believe all believers need mental homes, so we're even.
No, we're not in the same ballpark here.
You
Oh.
just said
Well, you got
believers
one of these-
deserve a mental home, right?
No, I said unbelievers. You need to listen.
Oh,
to me.
unbelievers.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's talking about us.
Unbeliever.
Yeah, he thinks we're crazy.
He heard me, but you
No,
didn't.
that's crazy.
Maybe they
Yeah.
don't hear.
No, we think you're nuts, but that's cool.
The day I take advice
That's
from
what
an
I'm saying.
unbeliever that believes nothing came from
Are
nothing.
you here to address the prompt, or are you
I
just
would,
here to call people crazy?
I would check into a mental home after
Are
that.
you here to address the prompt, or just call people crazy?
No, not at all. Shout out to God. He's all righteous and loving.
Okay,
Shout
then
out to the Lord
goodbye.
Almighty.
Goodbye.
The righteous God of
Wait,
slavery
righteous.
and genocide.
Goodbye.
Yes.
None of that. He did none of that. Oh, lies. Y'all guys are liars.
So, you got one of these topics you want to address, or
yeah, all of them. I just addressed it. You just didn't hear it again.
no?
What's
we
wrong with
heard
you people?
babbling. You just didn't actually address the
I
topic.
said that God's ways are all righteous. Amen.
Cop out.
So, is it
slavery
righteous
is
when he allows
righteous.
people to own slaves?
Huh? What?
So God
Yeah,
allows
slavery.
Is it
people
righteous?
to
Throw
own
themselves into
slaves.
slavery.
That's righteous.
Slavery is yeah, they used to throw themselves into slavery to get fed and stuff like that.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did, liar.
No, they didn't.
You're a liar.
Where did they put that?
I see why y'all- I
What
see why
verse
y'all
is that?
unbelievers think
What
you're
verse
liars.
is that? What verse is that?
Oh, that's in Philman. You ever read that? Read that chapter? Know it all?
Philman? Is it
Yeah,
in the
Philman.
book of Philman?
Yeah, it's in the book of Philman. You didn't know that?
So he's just a troll. I got it. He's just a troll.
No, it's in the book of
You
Philman.
mean
You
the
didn't know
book
that was
of
a testament?
You mean the book of Philemon?
Philemon, whatever you want to call it, Philemon.
Yeah, he's just a troll. This man ain't serious. He's just a troll.
Tomato. You know what I'm saying?
Are you just being a troll?
No, not at all. I just brought you a chapter and verse. You didn't address it. You just ran from it.
Well, you didn't even
You said to
pronounce
find
the
it
name
where
of the
it
book
was
right.
where they
so
sold themselves into
it's hard to
slavery.
believe you actually know what it's
I
talking
just
about.
gave you that verse. I gave you a whole chapter.
You didn't give us a verse. You just said the book of Philemon.
Yeah, I gave you a whole chapter. That's what I said. You not listening again?
Oh, a whole
You
chapter.
said you just no, sir. You said I just
Philemon,
gave you
Common,
the
whatever
chapter.
you
You
wanna
did
call
not say you gave us all chapters.
I
You
said
said you
verse
gave
and
a
chapter.
chapter. Don't sit
I
there and
said-
gaslight me, sir.
What it is
Don't
is
lie.
one chapter. You
Sit there lying ass.
He doesn't know that it's one chapter. Y'all need to get better at this.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
He
stand.
didn't know that.
We
Your buddy didn't know
stand.
there was one chapter.
Hey, we stand.
That's funny.
Are you familiar with Leviticus 25?
Are you
verses
familiar with 1
44
Timothy chapter 2,
46?
verse 11 through 14,
Oh my
where it says,
God.
I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to assert authority over the man.
Oh,
but
so
to
he's
teach
just trying to talk over your mama bash.
Do you
He
know
don't
that
like
verse?
women.
See,
He don't like
I
women.
see.
Do you know that verse, young
You
lady?
can
He
mute
just don't
him.
like women. You can
Oh,
go.
y'all can run. I expect y'all to.
Nah, you're just a dick who doesn't like women. Nobody cares.
Oh,
Yeah.
quoting the Bible is, I hate women.
No, you're not quoting
Good
the
point.
Bible. You're just being a
I
misogynistic
just
asshole.
quoted a word for word.
Nobody
Misogynist.
gives a shit
I know
what
you
you
don't
got
know
to
it's in there.
say
You didn't
about
know that 1
everybody
Timothy
else. You
chapter 2,
piece of
verses
shit.
11 through
You
14
came up
is
here
in
to
there.
You don't know,
overtalk
we-
you don't know that
Mama Bash
Leviticus
and
know that?
rude as fuck.
25, 44
Hey, man,
through
you need to get a
46
better buddy, man, to
allows
be
for
in this
slavery.
atheist stuff.
You don't know
He don't know
that
the
you're
Bible.
allowed to be enslaved. Your
Nothing
God
wrong with
allows
that.
you to
He
be
can throw
enslaved.
himself
You
in
don't
slavery.
know
So what?
that.
Yeah, he don't give a shit. He
I
likes
already
it.
made
He likes having
the claim
slaves.
that no one addressed.
So do you actually preach or?
Yeah, absolutely, all the time.
No one.
And we got more
That
women than
makes
we got
sense.
men followers. Can you believe that?
Why? No, I
Because they want
don't.
the truth.
Wow.
I do not.
They don't take a bald-headed woman seriously, unfortunately.
Are you calling me bald headed?
It's bald-headed.
I got more hair than you can
You ain't
even
got no hair.
imagine.
That's bald-headed. I don't know what you're
You're
talking
crazy,
about.
man.
Bald-headed goes against God's
shit.
laws anyway.
You're crazy, guy.
Yeah. Well, you.
He's just a
He got us a-
misogynist.
He got us a restriction there.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
Yeah, drop him.
Yeah, I did.
We dropped him TikTok.
Hey, TikTok thought you were such a big piece of shit that it made me drop you. So sorry about that. You were talking too much shit from the Bible that's like misogynistic and bigoted. So TikTok didn't like
we
you
didn't
reading from
run.
the
TikTok
book of
made us
bigotry.
drop you, dummy.
For reading from the book of bigotry.
Right. Imagine coming up here being so bold and so rude.
Yes, you did, you dumbass. You got us restricted. I had to drop you.
Literally got a violation across my screen. Restricted.
Well, because you were reading your book. Wow. That's impressive there.
Oh, you tell yourself that all you want, we stand. You go right ahead. If that's what makes your big old giant manly ego feel better.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to bring you back up. Listen, we stand, bigot. I'm
You're
gonna
the one
bring
who
you
got
back up.
Yeah, we stand. You're the one who got the violation, not us, goofy. Watch your mouth.
Did it restrict him for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It restricted my channel for 10 minutes unless we dropped him.
Oh, okay.
It said we had to drop him or the restricted will be lifted once he's been removed from the panel.
Oh, okay.
And if you can't come,
But
the live is the one that gets restricted. We stand, not you personally. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
yeah,
And if you
hey,
come
I'll
up
bring
here
you back
again,
up. But
if you come up here again and you're rude to Mama Bash, I will personally send Abe some money so I can cuss you out and drop you myself.
yeah, I will take that.
You don't be rude to Mama Bash
So
like
we
that.
stand. I'm going to bring you back up, but literally the one stipulation that I have for this channel is that you can actually have a conversation like a grown ass adult. So I'm going to give you a chance, and if you can actually respond, in a conversational platform, we would like to talk to you because maybe we can turn you from your bigoted ways. But I guess we'll just see.
No, we stand. It
Listen.
mentioned you in the violation, not us. It violates the live when you talk like shit.
violations. Maybe
Yeah,
y'all need
no,
to
we
control
don't.
yourself,
Oh my God.
right?
You know how fucking TikTok
Yeah.
works, dummy.
Maybe you need to stop cursing
So
all the time.
you were
like
saying a
those
second ago. Yeah, so we stand. You were saying just a second ago you're okay with slavery and stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people that throw themselves into slavery and
No.
stuff like that. Whatever
Where
God
did
No,
they
wants.
throw
no.
themselves
Being
He gonna do,
owning
whether you
people's
like it or
property
not.
is okay
Amen.
with you. That's not what I asked you. That's
We
not what I
already in
asked you.
slavery right now. Y'all
I
slaves.
didn't ask you if people put themselves into slavery.
You're
I
a
asked you
slave
if
to
you
the
was okay
system.
with slavery, as in owning people as property, as per Leviticus 25, like Mama Beth
Yeah, I
was
said
talking
that
about.
whatever God said will happen was going to happen. So God's ways are always righteous. Your ways are not righteous.
Oh, okay, so it's righteous to
What you
own
think doesn't
slaves.
matter, unfortunately.
Is that what you're saying? It's righteous to
You
own
think that
slaves?
your opinion matters, and it doesn't matter at all to anybody.
Can you answer an actual question?
It matters to you. You
Yeah, go
came up
ahead.
here to
I answer
bitch.
another question for you.
You
You
came up
gotta
here to
answer.
bitch, so clearly it matters
That's
to
why your
you.
Okay.
restrictions came on right there. He can't control himself. He's like a woman.
All right. All right. Well, we stand. Y'all heard it there. The Christians think slavery is not even just okay. It's actually righteous to own people as property. You heard it there. So there is some sick motherfuckers out there. That's why I started this channel. We stand. You can't come back up. You're not capable of a conversation, which is literally the one rule I have on this channel. So
Right.
slavery is righteous. Y'all heard it there.
That's literally what you just said. We stand. We all heard you. You're gaslighting, motherfucker.
Hey,
I don't imagine being
praise
able to
the
talk
righteous
to him.
slavery of the Lord.
Imagine being his family or something. Like, goddamn.
I can't. Thank you. What a congregation that motherfucker must have.
Ugh.
How scary is that?
That's very scary.
People must just, I don't know how people can be around that. Just constant
I
talking
mean,
and gaslighting.
Error. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Dude, you are my man, dog. Error looking out for the ape, man. He just sent me a Cash App donation for the channel. I appreciate you, dog.
Awesome.
That is awesome. I appreciate the shit out of that. Thank you, man. All right. Well, let's see. Oh, no, we don't. I thought there was somebody else in the queue. But
We didn't run, we stand. You wouldn't let nobody get a word out edgewise without you being a freaking snowflake about everything. Calm down.
yeah. Even the first crazy guy was capable of a conversation. You could at least hear people out and
Right.
respond.
God damn.
Then spout your bigoted nonsense from the book. I mean, shit. Anyway, Mama Bash, how is your surgery recovery going?
It's going really good. I'm supposed to get the sling off on the 23rd.
Woohoo.
On the 23rd. That's
23rd,
coming
yeah.
up
So I got like 2 more
somewhat
weeks.
quick.
Yeah, like 2 weeks maybe. So
Is
not
your
bad.
pain levels and stuff going down?
Pain's fine. I'm not having to take any meds to manage my pain. I'm doing good.
Yay.
Yeah, my doctor said I'm doing
Awesome.
good.
Yeah, we hate you had to have the surgery, but it's been kind of cool because you've had more time for live and
Yeah,
stuff. So we get a lot more Mama Bash, coincidentally.
I know, right? I've enjoyed it too.
Oh yeah, it's been awesome. I catch your show every time you try to run it on there. So anyway, Christians, y'all come on up and talk with us here. Well, if you want to come up and tell us how slavery's righteous, that's cool. Just do it in a conversational format. You can actually stay up here and spout all the bigoted shit you want.
Just got to let us respond to it and have the consequences you deserve for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. What a wild Sabbath it's been so far.
We had a gaslighting, loud ass preacher man, bigoted, misogynistic preacher man.
Oh yeah, telling the women to shut up.
Do not
Hey,
suffer a
Apostle.
woman. Ooh, I hate that phrase. What the?
Hey, Dugal, that's one of the
Oh God.
reasons that I deconstructed it, is because there's so much misogyny in this book.
It's so gross.
I would not serve a God that felt that way about me. I don't know why women would. I don't know why black people would serve an enslaver God.
Right.
And I don't know why women would serve a misogynist God.
You know, Crystal has a really good point. Crystal J has a good point where she says that women aren't even under the covenant because they were never even invited
Absolutely.
to take part in it. So it's
Wow,
like,
that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, when
So-
you read that and Moses goes up to and talk to God, God says get the people clean. And Moses comes down and says, stay away from the women for 3 days.
we're just going to sit around and circle
Oh,
jerk each other
shit.
because that's what the fuck we do here. What the fuck?
Yeah, so we're not even a part of that. 'Cause I don't know why women think they are, but they are.
Wow, we stand. That is the most disgusting thing I've heard in a while. Women need to learn their place, hit that kitchen. We stand says.
Yeah, that's why I just let fools talk. When a fool, you don't have to point out that a fool's a fool. Just let them come talk. They'll
Right.
show the entire world that they're the fools that they are. You don't even have to say nothing. Yeah, just start talking there,
I
Mr.
know
Preacher.
plenty of women that I really wish you would say that in front of, because I guarantee you, you'd be on the ground and you'd be wondering, I might have made a mistake.
Those women just kicked my ass. What happened?
Right. Or a really large gay man like myself, and then you'll be sitting there saying the F slur, beat my ass. You know, I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Either way, it'd be really fun to
No,
watch.
No, we like the fires, Preacher. You just have to actually, have a conversation like a grown-up human, not a fucking child spouting whatever bigotry nonsense that he wants to let fall out of his lips like Trump.
And you will allow Mama Bash to talk. Actually, I'm not even going to say allow, because that means you have agency. No, motherfucker, she's going to talk.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't serve that guy.
Hell
That guy's
yeah.
crazy.
It's still showing my restriction, but we dropped him.
It's going to keep it on there for that full 10 minutes. It don't
Yeah,
matter.
10 minutes.
Oh, it still says.
Yeah, unless you do a
Well,
restart. That's the only way it's going to change it.
Yeah. Well, it's only got like 20 seconds left, so we about to reboot.
You don't love nobody.
Even though I
We
did
stand.
dropped him anyway. So.
We stand. You don't love anybody. You're a disgusting piece of shit. I said it out loud. Fuck you and your God. How about that?
I agree.
Amen.
Amen.
You could have that shitty misogynistic racist God.
Right. Yahweh
We'll
can
be
catch
over
me
here with
outside.
the, compassionate folks, yeah.
Yahweh can catch me outside by the flagpole at 3 p.m. I'll be there.
He might punch you in the dick if you wrestle him.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Give it a shot, Yahweh. Let's see what happens. If Jacob can wrestle you and beat your ass, I know the fuck I can. Or not Jacob, whoever the fuck his name, Israel, original name, I forget.
It was Jacob. It was
It was
Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah, he was Jacob Israel.
Yeah, he was the Jesus wrestler.
That's right. See, so you know what? If Jacob can do it, I know I can. Fuck God.
God was using Greco-Roman wrestling techniques.
Right. I know how to throw a right
It's
and a left
Greco
now.
wrestling.
We have rights and lefts now. I can throw a couple of them out. It'll be fine.
It's wrestling.
And I'm 6'5". I got a
What
large
if they
wingspan. He'll have a hard time getting away from him.
If they would have called it wrestling in the Bible, Jacob wrestled God.
Wrestling.
There's wrestling.
I state my accent. It's not, until I talk to you. I think my accent is thick until I talk to you, and then I'm like, oh shit, it could be thicker because you make it come out much
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, I actually try to tone it back a tad for the show, so I can
Well,
be better understood.
I've spent most of my life trying to hold it back. Now I just kind of start to let it flow a little bit more. That's why I come back
Hell
with
yeah.
I say y'all like a motherfucker.
No shame in my game, baby. Speak the King's English. Oh, that's funny as shit.
I grew up right where
All
the
right,
Mason
so-
Dixon line is, so that's where the country's accent starts. I don't get thick with it yet.
You got to go a few miles south to get a little
To get a little
thicker, I
thicker.
think.
About Central
You need a few more
Kentucky is
inbred
about
genes in you to
Mhm.
really enunciate properly.
Central Kentucky is where it really kicks in, and I'm like 100 miles north of that.
Yeah.
But that's when you start
Hey, you
getting the
almost there.
thicker accents.
You've caught a few of the slangs, that's for sure. You kind of can tell.
That's what I said. I got northern and southern. I'm on the Mason Dixon line.
It's on the Mason-Dixon line. All right, guys. So the algorithm's moving actually pretty good now. So awesome. So if you are a Christian and you want to come up and talk to us about one of these topics here, perhaps like an actual adult, that would be great.
Adulting would be great, yes.
Hey, you can come up and holler racist shit if you want to. Just do it in an actual conversation, conversational type format. And you can say whatever you want. For the month until we get like disgusted and then drop you, I guess. It's only happened once so far.
I was going to say, there's only so much racism you can conversate about,
Right.
Yeah. It might get tapped pretty quick, but you can say it.
Right, you get like maybe 2 lines out, and then it's like, okay, it's not a conversation anymore. You're just an asshole.
If I throw up in, that's the rule now. If I throw up in my mouth, you get blocked.
At least we know we have a standard now. There we go.
Yeah. That's like I said, I've only done it once, and we hear some racist shit all the time. So we're pretty loose with it, but I want people to hear what Christians got to say, just like that first guy there. Like, that's why I started this channel, is to let people say that shit where everybody can hear exactly what they think, just like that first guy.
That's what I do. I don't know how many times you've seen it, but I get a lot of that shit. Bigots, racists, Nazis. I get all of them. Groypers.
Yeah, you deserve some kind of medal, man. I'm telling you. Holy crap. It gets rough out there. Yeah, and I'm in the South too. We hear the racist shit, unfortunately.
Right, Dr. Facts.
That's also why I started this channel. We're gonna spew out this atheism right from the heart of the believers. Right in the faces. So if you are a Christian, come on up and talk to us, man. We got an awesome little panel here at the moment. So don't miss out. Maybe you can come and convert us. Wouldn't that be some shit? I'd be impressed if y'all just came away and, explained grape and slavery as being okay. That would be great. Or why you're okay with it. That would make an interesting topic there. That thing is moving. Oh, yeah, it's moving. Huh, interesting. So yeah, just need somebody to debate up in here. If y'all are watching, y'all keep tapping that screen for us. Throw a comment in there. Repost the live here. And keep that algorithm going, I guess, until we get somebody to talk at in here again. Even though the Lord is sending his best today.
You sure about that?
Yeah, that was the Lord's best. That was the most holy people we ever talked to, I think. It was the last couple there.
I mean, he was the most Christian we had talked to in a while. I'll give him that.
That's what I'm saying. He just didn't say slavery's okay. He made it righteous. Like, it's righteous to own slaves.
Like,
now, that's a real Christian right there.
The most Christian that I've ever seen. I will give him that. Don't make him right.
No, it makes him a piece of shit.
It does make him the most Christian I've seen.
Absolutely. Now, that was some Christian doctrine right there. In the powerful sense. Man, that's sad. I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit actually, uttering those words there.
You might have to ban him now. Look, see what happens?
Oh, shit.
That was your new rule. You said if you throw up in your mouth a little bit, you had to block him.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, technically, I made myself throw up, not him. Even though I was repeating his words.
Exactly.
Oh, man. It gets complicated to hear, don't it, with the rules? Oh, shit. Anyway, hopefully we can get somebody. We need somebody to debate in here. This is a debate channel. Or conversate with, whatever. Debate or conversate, whatever you want to do. Hey, Darth Dawkins is in here.
Oh boy.
If he wasn't so sensitive, he'd be super cool to talk to.
Yeah,
If you say any little thing out of the way,
he is
not
very
like that
upset.
apparently.
As I've seen him get upset before he even gets up on the panel, and then just crashes out when he gets up there.
Well, it's unfortunate, but we all are how we all are. Oh, he left.
Yeah, that's what he does anymore. He just sees if he gets noticed or not.
Right, yeah. Today's day 93, actually. I'm 1 day away from 94. Thank you for the heart there, Greg. The gifts are pouring in today. I love it. We just need somebody to debate in here, man. We need a good old Christian to talk with us up. Yeah, it's still moving. It's still going. I like that Darth heard us say that. Ah, he probably just thought he was chilling and listening, and then I brought him up. He was like, "Oh shit, they know I'm here. I gotta go."
That's what I'm saying. He looks to see if he gets noticed or not, and then out he goes.
Well, we did probably make him uncomfortable there. So no shit, they're talking about me. Anyway, guys, please, if you're a Christian, come on up and talk with us. Where are we at? We've only been... Yeah, it's been a minute there. Usually don't have to wait too long for somebody to come talk. Greatness, I like that name. Let's see. Crap, sorry. I was trying to adjust my phone a little bit. Shit. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, y'all. It usually don't take this long to get somebody to talk to, but maybe the last guy was deconverted them all for us. Thank you, Trace.
I am live here in a little while, like at 11 my time, Eastern, and I'm partially dragging it because I know what's coming. But I still want to do it. It's a weird thing.
It is weird.
It's like I don't want to deal with these people like that, but I also want to deal with these people. Like something's wrong with me, I think.
I know what you mean. It is strange. It's like,
something wrong with me.
It's like, yeah, I can't wait to hear people defend slavery and shit today. Like,
I'm going back to the comments. I was coming up for that other guy, but he didn't come up, so I'll be in the comments.
oh, okay. Have a good one, Mama Bash. Thanks for coming. Well, the algorithm is still moving, so maybe it's just wearing one of those little weird paradoxy algorithms where it don't put us in front of the right Christians. All right, Christians, y'all. Hey, what are you doing today, Duke? All political or religious stuff?
I'm gonna mix it up and do both today, but I'm leaving MAGA specifically out of it. But I am doing social issues and religion. I'm gonna do both.
Sweet. Yeah, actually, I only got a... Kind of sucks that we ain't got somebody because I only got a sort of short day today anyway.
Yeah. I plan to have an open panel though, so people can just come up and talk and say their piece and drop down too. That way we have some conversation going at all time, or at least try to anyway.
Hell yeah. Well, that sounds cool. What does that say? That says, God is unjust, ? You are just interpreted by your own false beliefs.
No, we just go by what the words say. Why?
This is a funny way to top that.
Right. Why is that so hard to understand? We just read what the words say. If they say a thing, you know, like...
It's pretty hilarious if you think about it. Like, I'll literally just read a verse and they'll go, "You're taking it out of context." I'm like,
Like I just
read
read
it.
it.
Like what's out of context?
Right. Like what do you mean? It's the verse. Like there's no spin on that. That's the verse.
Oh man, I think that's why we enjoy this, because it's kind of funny.
Like
While it's depressingly sad, it's also funny. So
like I read that part where it's like where God says I'm going to have your wives taken before the city, blah blah blah. And they're like, well, you're taking that out of context. I'm like, that's what he's saying. He goes, that's not what he means. I'm like, what do you mean that's not what he means? That's what he says. This crazy shit. Like, what is happening?
they're like, when it says the Lord struck the child, they're like, it means they was playing baseball.
Right.
Like the kid goes, you're taking it out of context.
Anderson, we do talk about that, but that's not what this channel is about. That's what my channel talks about, but his channel doesn't talk about that. You want to talk about that? Go run a live that does talk about that. We do talk about all the starving children and the children on Epstein's Island that your God left there and watched that stuff happen to.
Yeah, he does that anyway. Like in Numbers 31, like Moses was basically Epstein. Like he took a bunch of child virgin sex slaves, and God didn't give a shit. So pretty sure he don't give a fuck about the Epstein files. That's for damn sure. Especially since his covenant with Israel was broken 2,500 years ago.
And if he's
And apparently, it
omnipresent,
never included women to start with. So
right? If he's all-knowing and omnipresent, then that means he's everywhere all at once at all time. So therefore, when Epstein was doing what he was doing, what was God doing? Literally watching it. And didn't do shit. So miss me with your fake outrage about those children right now. Okay?
yeah, punks. It's a surreal thing to hear Christians come up here and try to preach at people about abortion and shit. Like, hello, your God's the king of abortion.
Like your
The
churches
ruler
have
of all abortions.
right. Your denominations and your churches all have SA insurance because y'all can't stop diddling these children you want born so bad.
Yep. Let's see.
Give
What
me
does
a
Moses
break.
say about children? This is what Moses says. He says, these women here, on Balaam's advice, made the Israelites act treacherously against the Lord in the affair of Peor, so that the plague came among the congregation of the Lord. Now, therefore, unalive every male among the little ones, and unalive every woman who has known a man by sleeping with him. But all the young girls who have not known a man by sleeping with him, keep alive for yourselves. Yeah, there's your boy.
Well, that just means you keep them alive and raise them as your daughters and love on them. I'm a Christian.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
That's what they tell you.
Oh shit!
That's what they tell you. That's exactly what they tell
Tasted some
you.
carrots.
I was just somewhere yesterday. I don't remember where it was. We were talking about the word sees again. Trying to tell me it was a loving and not bad thing. And I'm like, yeah, tell me that when I seize your bank account or your property or your children or your whatever. It's never a good thing.
God.
They were trying to tell me that it meant that to womanize. That's all it meant, to womanize. Back then they had a ritual practice of womanizing, and that's what they called to seize. No. That is not what the fuck that is.
No. I mean, you Caesar with your love.
No, he literally meant trick her, seduce her, womanize her, literally. And I'm like, that is not at all what that means, and that's not what? Hey, Fluff.
Oh, what a scary religion.
Yeah, it's I don't know what the fuck.
Actually, the religion on its own is not so bad. It's just the believers, I think, that make it really bad.
It's crazy.
And again, it says really bad stuff. So Oh, man.
Come on up.
Sometimes I just feel sorry for believers because I know how they was raised. Like, they was, for all I know, that dude was just raised to repeat that shit his whole life. Like, he was whipped and groomed to raise that
Right?
or to talk like that. So, I mean, I kind of feel bad for him in that aspect. But at the same time, it's like, man, what the fuck?
Let's see if we can agitate them a little bit to bring them up. We got 70 people in here, so do a little imagination thought experiment with me, people. I want you all to pretend like you're a Roman soldier. And in one hand, you've got a hammer, and in the other hand, you've got nails. And then I want you to pretend like your screen is Jesus and start tapping. Also, don't forget to share the live out as it helps us get to the algorithm. We appreciate you being here.
Tap that screen like David tapped Bathsheba.
Let's give some stigmata marks on them screens. How about that?
Hell yeah. Maybe leave the liquid stuff off, though. Get your screen all dirty there. Don't anoint your screen. Oh, I crack myself up sometimes. I'm sorry. Y'all don't laugh at me like that.
Mike's neighbor, we're aware that the word conversate is not a real word, but we're country, and that's just what we say. It's a country, it's a word in country. That's what the fuck it is. It's a word in the
Wait
South.
a minute. That's not a real word?
I don't think so, but it might not be. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I don't really
Oh, well.
care. It's a word in the South. Everybody says it down here. So
I just really felt like it had to rhyme with debate there. Not like that's an official rule or anything, but I felt like that should, it just had a good ring.
It
to
works
Like
because
debate,
Southern.
conversate.
Here's the thing: people in the South say it, and it's a real word to us. How about that? Look, there's even a dictionary term for
Yeah,
it, so it's a real
That means
damn
it must
word.
be a real. So
No, it's a real
absolutely,
word. It's in the
absolutely.
dictionary. Fuck that. There you go.
Is it really?
Yeah, I just
Shit.
looked it up. It's in the dictionary. Fuck that.
Yeah, it is at the Get Dictionaries. Maybe y'all should learn to speak fucking English.
Right.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe you should learn some English words that are real words and not fake words.
What do they say in the deeper South? The King's English.
The Kang's English.
The King's English.
Actually, I might have made that up myself, but
No, I've heard that term before. It's because they found out a long time ago that the old Elizabethan English that they might have, or maybe even older English that they spoke when they first started colonizing, they say that Southern accents are pretty close to to what that used to sound like. So people have been saying
so
it's
we're
the
speaking
King's
the proper
English.
English then.
Basically, that's where the King's English come from.
Grinder. I was a Christian until I was raised that way. So ever since I was a child to 26 or 27 years old, I guess, somewhere in there. Far too long. But I'm a very simple person. So I didn't even it took me until my mid-20s literally before I even realized you probably should question this kind of shit. Not that it was a huge issue for me, I guess. Like, I didn't adhere to crazy Bible. I wasn't like a crazy Christian running around. But in my case, like, literally the second I learned that you're supposed to ask these questions, like, I pretty much deconverted right then because I already knew once I asked those questions about Christianity, it was going to fail. So I kind of already knew everything I needed to know. I just didn't put it all together because I'm a slow person.
My dad was not a religious person, so all I had was my mom's version, and she was Catholic, but she didn't go because my dad wasn't a believer. She didn't go to church or nothing. She was baptized and stuff, but they never baptized us. But I was raised around my cousins and stuff, and they were all hardcore Catholics. So that's pretty much what I was with. Like, I still knew all the prayers and stuff.
Oh yeah, they do got Catholic prayers.
Mm-hmm. Specific ones are, and then there's also the specific rites. I never took communion or nothing because I was never baptized, but that's what my primary belief was because that's all I never knew.
That's cool. I got baptized twice.
Oh yeah.
Well, almost everybody I know got baptized more than once. It's almost like we were scared and just wanted to make sure we did it right, I guess.
You missed the spot of dirt. You gotta get that off.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
Some of us were
Father. I
gonna
looked
dunk a
down and
couple
there's
times in the water.
I looked down.
Get
There's still a sin there, sir. I had to do this again. There's still a sin there. I don't like that.
Did the preacher trying to drown me count as a baptism?
I had one smack me in my forehead to save me. I don't know. Does that count? I don't know if that counts. That's a Pentecostal thing. I don't know if that counts.
He spit all over me, did he? Was that holy water spit? I guess it was.
Or something else.
Damn.
As they do.
Oh,
As they do.
goodness gracious. Y'all, we have got to get somebody to debate in here. What is happening? We haven't lacked a person to debate this long in quite a few streams here. What's happening? The algorithm seems fine though. Everything seems pretty normal. So anyway, please, if you're a Christian out there who want to come debate us on one of these topics, that would be cool. That would be really cool. The Lord would like that. You can do Jesus proud. Come on and debate us on this fine Sabbath. Maybe they started actually like observing the Sabbath is what's happening.
Could be.
No, that's crazy. That ain't what it is.
Catholics are still on Sunday, so I'm not really sure about Saturday for what denominations are on Saturdays.
That's probably silly anyway. They don't keep the law. They're not. They don't seem too concerned with what Jesus or God actually says to do.
If they do, if they're anything like the Sunday bunch, then they go out, do church early, and then they go out to brunch for about 3-4 hours, and then they're home to do all this.
Yeah. I shouldn't be restricted.
That was more than 10 minutes ago. You might want to try and reset.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. It's still sort of moving, but at the same time, it is a little strange.
Well, these likes haven't gone up even since I made my announcement, so not really. And these shares haven't either. I don't know if it's not because the crowd ain't pushing it or if it's the algorithm still got you on a shadow ban from the earlier part. I would do a restart if I were you.
I guess I could. I've still got a good hour and 15 minutes, and I kind of need to use the restroom real quick. Anyway,
Yeah, I would
kind of hate
restart.
to. I've only restarted out of probably 150 lives now. I've only actually restarted twice though.
That's my everyday. I have to restart at least 2-3 times. TikTok
What?
Studio does me dirty. TikTok Studio does me dirty.
Dang, that's crazy. All right, I guess I will, since I still got a little over an hour, and it's been holy crap, it's been almost 20 minutes since the last person too. So I guess we might. No, maybe there's somebody here. Hold on. See,
Wait,
it was too early. Look at that. We just got one. I think.
it's like fishing.
No, we'll see. Yeah,
It's just
right.
like fishing.
KZY. Well, let's try. We'll see here.
Yo, what's up?
KZY, are you there? Hey, what's up, man? Are you over 18?
Yeah.
Are you one of the Christians?
Uh, could I ask a question? Like, could you define like morality? Like, what is morality to you?
Morals are just deciding what's right and wrong or good and bad amongst humans.
Yeah, so that's personal preference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think that would be correct definition of morality. I feel like morality, right? Would have to be in what's accordance with the objective standard of goodness. So that would not include
What is the
personal
objective
preference.
standard of goodness?
Yeah, that would under classical theism that would be God. A necessary, maximally
Oh.
great, perfect
But
being.
that's under theism. That makes it subjective because we're not theists.
How is that subjective? I said that it wouldn't be. God is
Because it's
objective.
under theism, you would have to be a theist for that to be true. We're not theists.
Yeah.
So
What
therefore it's not
does it mean to be
therefore it's
subjective?
not an objective standard.
What does it mean to be subjective?
Subjective means it's mind dependent. It depends on a mind. So therefore if my mind does not perceive your God or a God, then your whole argument there is gone, because that would make it not objective.
I don't
It
see
would
how
also
that
make it
follows.
dependent on the mind of God, which makes it dependent on the mind, which makes it subjective, even if it's God's mind. Just makes it subject to the mind of God.
Right.
Yeah, but that's not what we're saying. We're saying that there exists a mind-dependent necessary being, God,
You're
which is the
assuming that
foundation
because
of
you're a
reality, right?
theist. You're
Yeah,
assuming that
so
because you're a
theism, so by definition,
you're
theism aims at
assuming
objectivity.
that
Hold,
because you're a
hold on a
theist.
second, Dugald. What's your name there? How do you say that, or what do you want to be called?
You can just say however you wanted to say it. I don't really
I'll
mind.
just say KZ then, if that's all right. So KZ. So God is the objective moral standard, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So is it objectively moral that you can own people as property?
Uh-huh. Yeah. What's
Okay.
the issue with that?
Well, you're saying slavery's okay and it's moral, so I mean, I take
Yeah,
a
yeah,
huge
yeah.
issue with that
Yeah.
personally. Like, I would go to war over such things actually if it came down to that. But
Yeah,
right now we're just
so
talking. So
yeah, so this is the thing, right? I have a very good, analogy that I like to use to people, in order to, validate this idea of slavery only in a pre-modern context, right? Because obviously it's going to be time contextual, right? In a modern day setting, slavery is absolutely not needed. And I'm not talking about transatlantic slavery where,
yeah, but
Europeans,
you said
they
it's
want,
objectively moral.
yeah.
It's
What
not.
did I say? Can you repeat that? You interrupted.
Yeah, you said it's objectively moral. That means it's okay now and it was okay then. Objective morals don't change, do they?
No. The thing is morality. Obviously, morality doesn't change, right? But I'm talking
Yeah,
about
so
yeah.
so
But
it's objectively slavery is
still can be
objectively moral in your analogy here.
yeah. It can still be time contextual though.
No, it
No,
can't.
that would
If
mean it
morals don't
changes.
change, then it's not time contextual.
Why do you go on mute?
It can, but I want to go over my analogy. All right,
All right,
so
go
let's say
ahead.
in
We'll
the
listen to
future.
if I throw up in my mouth, there's going to be repercussions, though.
Sure. Let's say in the future, the near future, or whatever, however many years it takes us to get to that point. Let's say, the government develops, a super laser. This laser can, eliminate any individual, right? And this can be, used to, eliminate, evil people, whatever it may be, right?
Well, like
But in a modern
Smurfit.
day, bad people, criminals, whatever it may be. But in modern day
Oh, so
times,
it has
right?
to be
Modern day
bad
times,
people,
right?
right?
What is morally needed? We need to use rockets, right? We need to use rockets. Sometimes these rockets they inflict civilian casualties, right?
What?
But this is a moral necessity. This is a moral necessity in the same time. It's the same way
Just let
how
him get done
in the
babbling
past,
there.
right, slavery was also a moral necessity, right? If you didn't enslave other people, you would also get enslaved in return, and your whole society would,
No.
it'd be effectively eliminated. Also, if you guys are atheists, I'm assuming you guys are also,
Society wasn't
secular
dependent on
liberals.
slavery then
You
or
guys
now
are
or
also
ever.
secular liberals, right? So in order for your society to exist, secular liberalism actually has foundations within Christianity. In
All right,
order to
so
get your secular liberalism, you also needed slavery. Otherwise, your entire society would be wiped out.
no, we don't
wouldn't
need
have any of
slavery.
that. We
We're
just have
strictly
paganism
against
everywhere.
it, and you think it's okay. Like, we're on the side of right here. Like, we're standing with the oppressed, not the oppressor. That's you. That's what you're doing. So we can come up with some more examples here, though. So since slavery is objectively moral, please don't. Did somebody mute him?
No, I don't know why he keeps going on mute.
Yeah, could y'all not mute him, please?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. So just to be clear, you're saying since God is the objective moral standard and he allows slavery, so slavery is objectively moral, right?
What did you say?
Slavery is objectively moral, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Disgusting, but anyway. So what about selling your daughter as a slave? You're okay with that too, right?
Does it say that within the Bible?
Yeah, it's in Exodus 21.
Sure, go on then.
Okay, so that's cool too. God. Holy shit. All right. So bashing babies to pieces that are innocent, that's objectively moral too, I guess, since it's in the Bible, right?
Like sure. But do you have issues with you know the unaliving of babies? Do you have issues with that?
Yeah, I'd have serious issues with that. Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you another analogy. Let's say you have a time machine, right? And that time machine can go back to the date where, you know, Schmittler was born, right? Would you not go and unalive that baby? You know, based upon
No.
his actions, based upon his
No.
actions. That would be perfectly moral.
What baby's actions? What was his actions when he was a baby?
Nothing. But what's gonna arise? What's
Nothing.
gonna arise?
Exactly. It's
What's gonna
innocent.
arise?
You're
The Holocaust.
There's
advocating
no
and saying it's
guarantee of that.
objectively moral to
It is a
unalive innocent
guarantee.
babies, to
If-
sell your daughter as a slave, and to be a slave so far. Just for a quick recap there.
Right.
All right.
Guys were both speaking at the same time, but I would assume it would be objectively moral to go back in a time machine and, you know, unalive him. Let's say within this analogy includes the assumption that this is the best possible choice. You would also have to do that, like under whatever, you know, form of ethics you have, right? You guys are trying to maximize the good, right? So, you know, annihilating that baby is the only thing. That would be did I get the annihilating, you know, unaliving that baby is the only thing that would be ethically right.
No, it's not. That's a presupposition right there. No, I didn't say that. Nobody said that. Nobody made that claim. You did.
No, we don't think it's okay to unalive innocent babies under any circumstances at all.
He's not that baby's not innocent.
You don't know that because it's
They
things.
are
It's
innocent. What did a baby do?
it's things that happens
Talking
in
about
that.
baby Schmittler, bro.
It's things that happen in that baby's life. If
Baby
you had a
Schmittler
time
was still
machine,
innocent as a baby.
right? If you had a time machine, you wouldn't go back to the baby because the baby is the innocent part that could still potentially make a different decision. You go back to where one of those decisions or one of those life-changing things that made him what he was. That's what you would go back and change. You don't go back and unalive the baby. You're the one who makes that option, not
No,
everybody
let's
else.
say that's the only possible choice.
No,
that
it's
you have.
not. That's just the only possible choice you want.
No, that's not the only possible choice that I want, right?
No,
Given,
I
given
literally
the
just
scenario,
gave you a
right?
different
I
scenario
would
that
not
you could
want to do
use.
that.
I literally
but
just gave you a
the
different
assumption of the
scenario.
analogy includes that this is the only possible option.
Okay, again, that's an
So
assumption.
what do you do? What do you do
That's
with
an
it or not?
assumption. Again, we're not
You're
Yes,
trying to
talking
make a
about
silly
that.
story that where
which
that's
is
the only
included within
answer, but
my,
that's not even
Right.
mind
not-
thought.
that's
But
not
because
the
it's not the only answer.
Yeah, of course, not the only answer, but you can give, you know, options B, C, D, but it's not included within my, you know,
Right.
mind thought.
Again, then that makes your argument
My
moot
mind is-
because that is not objective. That is your opinion.
How is
yeah,
that
your
my
disgusting
opinion? Like,
opinion too, by the way.
Because you're the only one who's choosing that option as the only option. We told you there
yeah,
are
that's the
other
only option.
options.
Would you kill him or not?
No, not as a baby.
If I was an all-knowing God, I would have just had him maybe never be born, like maybe never make him.
Or just never let him go through the things
but-
that he went through to fucking make
But
him what he
But
was.
it was totally necessary.
Yeah,
It was
maybe
totally
harden his
necessary for him
heart.
to be born.
Great.
What do you say?
You just do a Hitler heart hardening as God. Yeah.
But like what you guys' morality, you admit that
No,
it's, you know,
yours is
moral.
literally subjective because you keep giving your opinion when we're
Yeah,
telling
so
you there's other
if mine's
things.
subjective, how can you argue mine's wrong then?
Because
what
you're
makes
Because we can-
advocating
makes my
for owning
morality
people
wrong,
as
right?
property,
Because we can
unaliving
measure the
innocent
harm.
babies,
Uh-huh.
and selling your daughter as a slave. You
So
have
if
said
all
all
of
of
that,
these
all
are
of that was allowed within
objectively,
society, right?
morally
If all of that was
permissible.
culturally accepted under your guys', you know, ethical
No,
system, nothing
we're
would
not
be
talking
wrong
about
with
what's
that.
culturally acceptable. We're talking about what your God, the objective moral standard, says is an objective moral standard. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about
and
cultural norms.
but
We're
you
talking
guys
about your
claim it's
objective
mine
standard
was
of morality. And you said that you can unalive innocent babies and own people as property and sell your daughter as property. And this is all objectively morally good.
Yeah, but you have to realize your guys' ethical standard is moral subjectivity, right? So how can
So is
you,
yours.
And in
how
our
can you,
moral
how can you, how can
subjectivity,
you
it's
argue
never
against
okay to
genocide,
unalive innocent
torture,
babies.
any of that
Like,
stuff?
we're the
How
ones
can you
over here
argue against
saying
that?
unaliving babies is bad, and you're over here like, no, it's subjectively good. Like, do you I never know what to think when I hear this stuff, even though I've heard it like 1,000 times now. It's crazy.
because
But
they don't
then,
see
Come
how
on.
subjective it is to them
if you
too.
heard it 1,000 times, then why do you constantly keep going live then, right? Then you should just
Because
create
y'all
pretty
keep
cool
coming up here
content.
and saying this disgusting nonsense, so I have to keep coming back
Yeah,
and
well,
exposing y'all.
I think moral subjectivity is also disgusting nonsense because it allows basically
Oh,
any
okay.
sort of, you
What
know,
about us sitting here arguing that
anything.
it's not okay to unalive babies is disgusting? What's so horrible about that?
You guys do allow it though, because moral subjectivity, right? You know,
Where do we
completely
allow
When
it
did we
at?
contradicts
Where
our
do
allow
we
it?
moral
allow it?
language, right?
Where
You
do
know,
we allow
moral
it?
disagreement becomes, you know, basically impossible, right?
Where do
When
we
two people
allow it?
disagree, they're not really disagreeing. We're just
Where
reporting
do
what my
we
preference
allow
is.
it?
You know, my preference. Do you know what's disgusting, right? To say that my preference is that murder is wrong. You
Where
know,
do
or that I
we
dislike
allow
murder
it?
because it's simply my preference, or that I dislike owning people because it's simply
Where
my
do we
preference,
allow
right?
it? Where do we allow it?
Where do you allow it?
Yeah, where do we
Yeah, you
allow it?
said we allow. You said we
Yeah,
allow unaliving
it's
of innocent babies.
I never said you guys allow it, right?
You
You
literally
just
But
said
just
it.
did. That's
it's
what I've been
basic it's
asking.
basically your preference. It's basically your preference, right?
It's a
That I believe
gaslighting.
murder
What?
Now
I
he's
believe murder is wrong. It's
gaslighting.
my preference.
Nah, it's a gaslighting motherfucker. No.
I'm not gaslighting anything.
You are.
You know,
You literally
your
just
moral
said that and
criticism
then
is
told me that
incoherent,
you
bro.
didn't say that. That's gaslighting.
Yeah, sure if that's what you wanna think, but
No, you literally
Well,
said
it's what
that,
you
any
said.
and then
any
you
sort of
said you
Everybody
moral
heard
didn't
you.
say
moral
that.
progress under any of your views is just
You
meaningless.
you literally said that and then said you didn't say that. That is literally gaslighting. What are you talking about?
Please think that. Please think that. I got nothing else to say, bro.
All right, cool.
We think you've said enough, actually. So
Yeah,
yeah, I hear
that.
you.
Fucking
You
Jesus.
said all you needed to say and more. And once again, this is why I do this fucking channel, is because people freely come up here in public in front of a whole bunch of people and say it's morally right to own people as property and bash babies to pieces. This is Christianity. Welcome in.
That was
Welcome into the
funny.
all-loving, all-merciful God of baby bashing and slavery.
If he was a troll, that was funny. If he was not a troll, then he's just a shitty person.
I don't think I got trolled from that. He was exhibiting
No,
true
I
signs
think
of
I think he was just a
cognitive
gross
religious
person.
dissonance.
Yeah,
I think so too.
gross person. Yep.
I mean, some people are good trolls, but like when they backpedal words, like no, that's them literally trying to cope with something. Like,
It's like if that's what you think, no, that's what you did. Like, what?
yeah, if he was just being a troll, he would have just straight up defended it. He would have never tried to backstep anything, which he did. So that's why I don't think he was a troll, is because he was trying to step back. So yeah.
Jacob Slatter, I don't. What is even that question? That. What is even that question? What does that question prove to you?
8 piercings in the wiener.
Only 8 blood types in the world. Why is that? I don't know.
I thought
Because
there was 4.
hold on, I am at my
Isn't it
computer. I
like
can look at
A,
it.
B, and O? Ain't that the only one?
Well, there's the
I
positives
mean,
and
of course,
negatives.
my extensive medical expertise probably got that right.
There are 8s. Yes, there are 8. But they're counting all the
Learn something
positives
every
and
day.
they're counting all the positive and negative
Yeah,
versions.
positives and negatives. Okay,
Yeah.
So I did say it is A and B and A, B and O, right? Okay.
Yeah.
No, totally correct.
So yeah, O, A, B, and AB. Yes.
Yes, I forgot the positives and negatives. Yes. Interesting.
But I still don't understand what
Okay.
that question's supposed to do. I
I
don't.
don't either. That's what I was saying. Okay, we know that now. So what? Damn. I wish I could tell if this algorithm was normal or not. Like right when we was about to do a reset, dude pops up. Like that's why. That's why I'm always scared to do one. Because I might chop up my video I put on the 2YouTube channel too. Which, by the way, if you haven't been to my 2YouTube channel, it's also Apostate Day. I'll put these replays on there every day. Every day.
Mhm.
Anyway, I have still got nearly an hour, so we need some more. Wow, what a day it's been! Like, literally 2 people in a row popping up here to proclaim slavery is objectively moral because God said so.
It is some stuff. It's some stuff.
Those are usually kind of rare, even among Christians. You know what I mean?
Not here
Most
lately.
Christians I know around here don't even know slavery's in the Bible, and the ones that do know it's there don't think it means actual slavery. They think it's like indentured servitude type thing.
To be honest,
So, I
it
mean,
kind of comes from the all the rage of the among younger demographics up to 40, like between 18 and 40. That red pill stuff. That's basically baked into Christian nationalism. So it's like extreme
I think that's one of the
Christianity.
tricks of the Bible too. Is it actually does like point to indentured servitude. So you're not even lying when you say that. When you can just say, well, it's talking about indentured servitude.
No, but it just omits an entire section that describes the difference between the two
Yeah,
and when you're allowed to
yeah,
do both.
chattel slavery.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, let's try Mr. What does that say? A-E-X. X, are you there?
No, I'm here.
Hey,
I
what's up,
didn't
man? Are
mean to
you
come up,
over
but
18?
I'm 18. I'm not
Oh,
Christian
it was
though.
an accidental request
Yeah,
up?
but I agree with everything you're
Oh,
saying, bro. Well, Christians, I mean, Jesus is definitely a fraud. He didn't fulfill any prophecy.
no.
And like, it's just it's
No.
crazy how they're just apologists for this stupid religion. It's like God is a terrible person. Like,
Yeah. Some of them can't help it, man. That was like me. They just grew up in it, so you don't know any better or any different. Like, it's literally all you know.
yeah,
I find it hard to fault people like that because it literally happened to me. So I don't want to be like pushed
yeah,
into that category either. You know what I mean? Even
yeah,
though I was in it. So,
and
yeah.
yeah, I give them grace for it though, because some of them, because they've been indoctrinated.
Right.
So,
Not that last motherfucker for sure. Wow, wake the fuck up, man. Anyway, yeah, I'll drop you back here, buddy, but no worries. Accidental requests happen all the time. Anyway, let's see.
No
All right.
wrestling mind, we do not.
So you all believe in God? Oh, yeah, definitely not. I thought about running like a whole show where I do believe in God, but I'll just play the advocate of like the awful Christian. I'll be like,
You're gonna be like those last
I'll
two
call them a
guys.
bad Christian for not going by the Bible and stuff. Look, what do you mean you're not okay with slavery? Don't you love God?
God says we can do it here and here.
Yeah, I bet it ended up being a
I
walking
bet
highlight
it.
reel. I'm too scared
You
to
know,
try that.
what's funny is I wonder if by doing so, if they change their tune and actually just come outright with it instead of dancing around or whatever with it, like they do with
Right.
us normally.
Yeah.
And do we like undercover Christians? I do it for the MAGA technically because every time I go home, I'm among MAGA and they tell me all the things because I don't know why they think I think it's okay, but they do.
It's weird, man. It's weird. Joel kind of did that one time. He said he was making the argument he borrowed his objectives from the Bible since they were objective ones. He goes, well, mine's only subjective, so I wanted some objective ones, so I got them from the Bible. He's like, this is okay, and this is okay. And they're like, no, that's not okay. He's like, yes, it is. I borrowed it from the Bible. It's like, it's not me. It's not me. It's the Bible. Like, I had to
Right.
borrow that. Like,
Oh my god.
oh, maybe.
But what kills me is like he defeated his own argument the moment he said that there's a difference between a theist and a non-theist anyway. So I'm like, well, right there makes it subjective.
Damn. Happy Christmas. Are you there?
Yeah. First of all, English is my third language. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But like,
I
I'm trying to
I can
ask
barely
you.
got the one language, so
Yeah,
you're
I'm
doing pretty
trying to
good.
ask you this, right? Like, what's your path?
My
What do you
what?
mean?
What is your path? Like doing this?
Oh, to deconvert Christians.
This your path?
Yeah, that's my
Uh,
purpose. Yeah, I'm trying to get
uh the,
people trying to like grab them and shake them, be like, "This is crazy. You have to stop. It's not owning people as property is not okay. Like bashing babies to pieces isn't okay. It's not
okay,
okay."
okay. Then like you doing this without any awareness or like with awareness?
Yeah, we're fully aware
Do
of
you know
it.
what
Are you doing this with awareness or without awareness?
awareness? We have that.
Awareness.
Yeah.
You doing this with awareness, huh? Like what's
If
your
you're saying what I
awareness?
Uranus?
Awareness, yeah. Like are you
Oh,
doing
what are you
every
saying? Awareness?
okay, that's why I said English is my third language.
No,
Don't judge my about
no,
my
we're just
English.
making sure
I,
that's what you're
I'm not.
saying.
I'm just trying to understand you. I was
Okay,
making
okay,
sure I
okay.
was understanding you. Yeah,
So
I'm not
you
trying to be an ass.
okay, so your path I understand your path, right? Are you doing this with awareness or no?
Awareness? Yes, we're aware of what
So
the
like
Bible says.
but not what you aware. So so you basically so you're not aware of anything. You just like following, right? What
No,
Bible
we
says.
are aware. We are aware of
No,
what we're doing.
no. You guys not getting what I'm trying to say.
No, we're
Maybe
not.
not. Do you
Because
have a
we know
different way
what
you
we're
can
doing.
say it?
We are intentionally talking about this. He's doing it to deconvert. I'm getting it doing it because I would prefer you all keep your shit to yourselves and stop trying to rule everybody else with it.
Yeah, I just
See?
want it. I want it gone. Like we got to get rid of this shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can do that. Yeah, no one's stopping that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why we are
right.
doing it. Yeah.
That's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm saying is there is no there is no religion without awareness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying all religion is bullshit. Awareness is the only religion.
Uh,
Cause like,
Oh.
if you think about it, if you don't have awareness, everyone just follow and just like believe like
well,
whatever they say. You know, if you have
what?
awareness, like if you you get what I'm saying?
No.
Everybody,
Well,
What
everybody.
is? What is your definition?
no,
Oh. Oh. Okay.
no,
Well,
I just
all right.
like he's not a Christian. He said
I'm
we
trying to
just
figure
talk
out
to
what.
Christians, man. Like
Right.
Christians
Awareness.
only.
What the fuck?
I don't think he meant the same thing by awareness as
I don't think
however
so
we was
either.
taking
That's why I was
it.
going to ask him. What's his definition of that? Because that I don't think he understands what awareness is.
Did not seem so, but yeah, sorry, buddy. Anyway, Christians, if you can brave the waters of the
Hmm.
Sabbath, come on up and talk to us. We still got like 45 minutes, so we haven't had one meaningful discussion yesterday or today. I mean, yesterday. We haven't had one meaningful discussion today, although we have achieved the aim of the show in really fast time, though. With the people that has come up. And yeah, I'm saying like that shit's got to go. It's got to get down, man. Like, get it out of her. Yeah. Better off with none of that. Better off with none of that. All right, so Christians, if you want to have a talk with us about one of these topics, that would be awesome. Because let's face it, y'all need some redemption in here today. Somebody's got to come up and say something good. Because today has been an absolute shit show of theology. Defense is apologetics. Oh man, boy, oh boy. That's right. Thank you, Greg. Shit. I appreciate the hell out of that, guys. I didn't notice. Damn, TikTok keep a lot of their money. Anyway, yeah, we would like some actual good discussions in here today. Make the day a little better than it has been. Been on for an hour and a half already. Like yesterday, the day before, and the day before that was like chock full of great conversations. Oh, we got one here. Let's see. I think that's a yes. My thumb's so damn small. AS, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, man? Are you over 18?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you one of the Christians?
No, I'm not a Christian. I believe in the Torah and most of the Tanakh.
Oh, so you're like Jewish?
Yeah, I try to follow the laws of Moses, yeah, as much as I could possibly.
You hadn't sold a daughter into slavery, have you?
No, I don't have no reason to.
No. But you would if you had a reason?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that there's a law where you could, and I can't remember the reason why. But yeah,
Just says it's in Exodus 21. It just says when a man sells his daughter as a slave, she shall not go out as the male slaves do.
yeah,
And it talks about if she don't please her master and stuff. And
yeah.
so, like, if somebody did that, you'd be okay with it since it's in the law of Moses.
Yeah, I mean, you have laws when it comes to like slavery. So it's like you can't like torture your servants, right? Like it says
Well, it says you can beat them as long as they don't die within a couple of days.
Yeah. But I mean, that could be for a certain reason. Like, what if they stole from you, or hurt one of your family
Or
members,
like disobeyed you, right?
Yeah, they disobeyed you, but like it's all in just weights and equal measures. Like you can't just be cruel, like, you know what I mean? Because then that would like open up the doors for like just rebellion, and even God would be against
So
it.
beating somebody so bad that they don't die within a couple of days for disobedience isn't being cruel.
I wouldn't say it's that, like, if you beat them really bad, like I don't think it was just simply probably that they disobeyed. You know what I mean? It's probably something more. You got to
Well,
deal
what
with
if
like
it
just
was?
weights
They
and
have
equal
that
measures.
right though. That's because that's all it says.
Yeah, true, but you have to deal with just weights and equal measures, I guess.
Equal measures.
Yeah. So like pretty much like I guess depending on
What about
they've
sex
done.
slaves? What if they're kids? You're not okay with that, surely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if the
No.
children you still like I guess
No.
that's where it comes back down to, like, you don't have to hit them because I think the limit for lashes is like 40. You can't go over 40 lashes or else you'd be punished, right? That's what it says. So like for a child, obviously you wouldn't. I hope not. Someone won't go all the way to 40 every time, right? For any little thing.
Yeah, that would be over the top, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be insane.
What exactly is the limit on lashes you can give your
Yeah,
child sex
it's
slave for
40.
whatever reason?
It's 40.
Oh, so 40 is permissible amount of lashes.
Yeah, up to 40. Like you don't have to always give
Up
40
to
every
40.
time.
Oh, well, good thing you're so compassionate. You you hope people don't give them the whole 40 lashes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I came here because I was wondering about the rape thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe it's not in there. That's not in there. I think I know where you're talking from, but I don't believe, like, I think I know where it's trying to say which
Where do
verse.
you think I'm talking about?
You're talking about when it does mention rape. It says okay. Let me bring it. It's in where it's because it mentions rape at first, like in one of the laws, and then afterwards it's a whole another law where it says if you seize a woman and things like that, then you have to pay 50 shekels to her
Or some more places
father.
than not.
More places where
Oh
God
yeah,
would
there's a
condone it,
lot. There's more places than that.
where God would allow it.
Oh no, where he even says he's going to cause it.
God commands it. He makes it happen.
All right. This is okay. If a man finds a damsel that is a virgin, that is not betrothed. Oh wait, that's the one beforehand.
Yeah, we're not talking about the laws. We're talking about the parts like in Isaiah 13 where God commands these atrocities to be carried out.
Isaiah 13 and what?
That's in verse 16.
16. The children all shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. The house shall be spoiled and the wives ravished. Okay, let me see what the Hebrew says. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but like a lot of the English translations of like severely
We know the Hebrew version.
Sakab.
Yeah, we know. Hey, I'm still on the. Oh crap! I must have closed that
Okay.
Brown Driver Briggs.
Relay self down, make to lie down.
All right, I'll get back to that.
Verse 6, right?
Yeah, that ain't the only part either. He also does it in Zechariah 14. He has 10 of David's wives raped for the Bathsheba incident, and Uriah. It's not even
That one he made a
rare
prophecy
thing.
about it first.
Yeah, that was a punishment. Yeah, that was a punishment to David
How is that a punishment to David?
because David sinned. David,
And the
believe-
wives, what
Well,
did
how
they
come
do?
David won? How come David
but
wasn't
they were
the one that got
they were
raped then?
concubines. They wasn't wives, but
It says
what David
wives.
did was he took Uriah's wife. Right? He had sex with her,
Yeah.
and then she got pregnant, and then he tried to make Uriah sleep with her. Like he tried to get Uriah drunk so he can go home and have sex with his wife. But Uriah was like a good soldier. Like he said, I don't want to enjoy the pleasures of of my wife and my fellow brethren out there fighting and stuff like that. So Uriah never did it. So then David, what he did was he sent a letter to Joab for Joab to put him in like the front lines so that so that it was
Yeah.
most likely he was
We
gonna
we know
Yeah, we know the
story.
story, man.
what happened?
We know the story.
What?
Right. So
Okay.
it's like, and God punished him for that. Adultery.
But what
No,
did the
God punished
wives
10
do?
women who had nothing to do with it, and unalived an innocent baby also.
Yeah. Because it was a product of adultery. Yeah.
But that doesn't make it
Yeah.
okay.
But it says that the sins of the father like go on the children.
No. Well, it does say that, but it also says the son shall not be punished for the sins of the father. That's the whole point of the new covenant. Like in Jeremiah 31, it says no longer shall they say in the new covenant that that the parents have eaten sour grapes and the children's teeth are set on edge. It says specifically, it says the one who ate the sour grapes will have their teeth set on edge. So it's literally saying that sons, those punishments stop.
No, for the one you just said where it says that the sin like the everyone dies for their own sin. That's talking about like if they're in court. Like okay, so say if my son did something, right? I can't say, oh, can you punish me for what my son done? You know what I mean? For what my son just did. That's what it's talking about.
This is God proclaiming this, though. It doesn't matter if it's in court. He's saying this is now wrong. It's inadmissible now, where I guess before he changed his mind and it was just fine then, because obviously babies are getting punished for the crimes of the father.
No, like they're both in the law, right? But it's within the context. Like if I do something wrong, then my family might suffer for what I've done wrong, right? That's different from like if my son killed somebody, then I asked God to punish me instead of my son. You see what I'm saying?
No. No, we're saying the baby was innocent. The baby didn't do anything. The women who were raped were innocent. They didn't do anything. One dude did the thing. So this God decided that these women should be raped and this baby should be unalive. Like to
Dude,
us,
and
that's
also
completely
they
fucked
wasn't
up.
raped. What's his name? Absalom. I think that was his son's name. He didn't rape him. He just ended up lying with him. It didn't
No,
say that he raped
that
him.
is
No,
what that
that he
means.
raped them.
He raped them. Y'all try to make these spins like it's
Where okay,
cotton
where does
candy
it say where
coated,
does
and
it
it's
say that?
not.
Where does it say that? Because I know the story. Absalom didn't rape him. He
What's
just
the
slept with
penalty
him.
for adultery?
They were concubines, but where does it say that
Yep. So what
he
what
raped
would have
them?
happened to them if they would have consensually slept with another man instead of David?
There wasn't wives, but
What would have happened to them if they would have consensually cheated on David, if they would have slept with another man, if they would have committed adultery?
I'm not sure because they wasn't wives. Like I'm not sure.
All right. It says, I will take your wives before your eyes and give them to your neighbor. So we're talking about wives here, not concubines.
I swear it uses the word concubine. Which verse is that?
I just read it. It's in
I mean,
verse
I
11.
know.
It says, Thus says the Lord, I will raise up trouble against you from within your own house. I will take your wives before your eyes and give them to your neighbor, and he shall lie with your wives in broad daylight.
Which verse is that? So I can read it in Hebrew.
11.
11 of.
Oh,
Which
2 Samuel 12, sorry.
All right. Yeah, if it says wives, then yeah, they Absalom would have been put to death.
Right, but they
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
put to death.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So I
yeah,
guess God
so,
is
okay.
paying them
Yeah,
back
if it
for.
says wives, if it says wives and they lived after that, that means they were raped.
No, that doesn't mean that they were raped because David. You got to remember,
Yes, it
David
does.
left the kingdom. David left because he didn't
They
want to
lived
fight.
out their days in a little house and they couldn't sleep with David again because they had been violated.
No, but I'm saying like David wasn't there. Like David left the kingdom and left them there. And I guess Absalom, yeah, he just wanted to
Yeah, but
prove
this
that
is
he was
God
king.
making this happen, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're saying that they were raped. I don't believe that they
They
were
were
raped.
raped. It literally says that's what
They
happens.
were.
Taken, not slept with, not seduced, not courted, not lured away, taken before the city.
Yeah, this is unconsensual sexual contact. That's what rape is.
No, you
Penetration,
could take a
specifically.
woman to have sex with her. Like I don't like it could be consensual still if you take her to have sex.
The way you all
They didn't
twist this shit
consent.
to mean other stuff is just insane.
No, because they have a word for rape. They have a word that literally means to force. Like
No, they don't.
Hebrew
There's
has
not
a
a word
word
for
for
that
it.
in Hebrew.
Huh?
No, they just call it violated or dishonored or defiled.
No,
They
they'll
use
call it
words for it,
forced.
but there's not an actual ancient Hebrew word for rape.
There actually is. Wait, let me bring it up.
We have scholars and rabbis on here all the time, man.
Okay, Deuteronomy 25. Damsel. It's Hazak.
Look, well, I mean, this debate is fine here, but I get the feeling even if it was grape, it wouldn't bother you too bad.
No, it would, because it literally condemns forcing a woman to have sex in the
Okay,
Bible.
well, what
Where
about
does
the
it
parts
condemn
where
that?
it does say that word, where it is perfectly clear that he's commanding grape? Why are you okay with those?
Like what? Were you saying in Isaiah?
Like in Isaiah 13, Zechariah 14, like he commands all kinds of atrocities like this.
But a punishment is not like. Wait, I'm gonna read Isaiah 13. I'm gonna have to read it like in full context.
It's a punishment for David.
Right, in
We're talking
Isaiah.
about punishments here. This is God's proclamation against Babylon in Isaiah 13. It says, "Whoever is found will be thrust through, and whoever is caught will fall by the sword. Their infants will be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses will be plundered, and their wives raped. See, I am stirring up the Medes against them, who have no regard for silver and do not delight in gold. Their bows will slaughter the young men. They will have no mercy on the fruit of the womb, and the eyes will not pity children." Like, he's literally commanding murder and grape right here.
No, he's literally just saying what's gonna happen to them.
He's telling them to
I
go
mean, I
do
don't
it.
understand why. Yeah, I mean, and I don't understand why you have a problem with the grape if you're okay with selling your daughter as a slave. Like, she's gonna get grape. You're okay with that.
No,
You're okay with
you
her being
can't
whipped
rape.
as long as it's under 40
Rape in general
lashes.
is not in the law. Like you're not allowed to do it.
You can sell your daughter as a sex slave, and sex slaves cannot consent to being sexed. They have to do it. That's called a grape, sir.
No, it's literally a law against that. Or it's literally laws against
No,
it.
there's not.
Like you can't just force a woman
There's
to have
laws
sex.
against grape. There is not laws against graping your sex slave who you are legally permitted to do so with.
No, I think you're getting confused with
That's the
Islam.
disgusting part of this Bible in this book.
No, you're getting confused with Islam. Islam permits that. But
Oh,
No, I'm not.
Christianity does too. You all just ignore it.
no, that's not in there.
It is.
Yes, it is. We're about to read it. Don't worry. Female captives, when you go out to war against your enemies and the Lord your God hands them over to you and you take them captive, we're talking about captives here.
Right.
Suppose you see among the captives a beautiful woman who you desire and want to marry, and so you bring her home to your house. She shall shave her head, pare her nails, discard her captive's garbs, and remain in your house for a full month, mourning her father and mother that you slaughtered. After that, you may go into her and be her husband. So captives can't consent to sex. He's going into her without her permission.
But he
This
literally
is
marries her
rape.
there. He's marrying her there.
That's the act of
It
sex
doesn't
marries
matter.
them.
She doesn't get consent to being married or being consummated in this marriage. These are captives. They have no choice in the matter. That is literally the definition of grape.
But he's marrying her there. It's not like just this is not a slave. She's not a like when you have a servant and you marry them, like you can't treat them like slaves anymore.
All right. Well, let's read this one then. Return from war. This is Moses here. Now, therefore, unalive every male among the little ones, and unalive every woman who has known a man by sleeping with him. But all the young girls who have not known a man by sleeping with him, keep alive for yourselves.
Right.
What do you
As
think they're doing
captives.
with little virgin girls?
As captives, yeah.
Yeah, what you think they're doing with them?
No, they're captives. It literally says that after if you keep reading
Uh,
it.
I know they're captives. I'm asking you, why are they keeping the little virgin girls alive for themselves, and what are they doing with them?
So they can serve them, the captives.
What a virgin! How do virgins serve men?
Yeah, just in case, I guess if one they do find maybe attractive at a certain age, then yeah, they'll probably marry him.
I really hope one day you get tired of defending this crap and
It's crazy.
join us in the actual moral world of condemning this evil atrocities. I hope you don't live in America. You don't live in America, do you?
No, never. The only thing good about America is that you can have guns. That's one of the only good things. Like you can defend yourself.
Oh, well, you can't own slaves or have anything like that here either, so that's pretty good, I guess.
What you mean? What do you think employees are? They're not like they're like they're like
That's
hired
not.
servants.
You can
But they're not
choose
like
to stay
No,
or go.
hiring
That's not
somebody to do a
slavery.
job is not
That's not
enslaving
slavery.
them. We're not talking about owning people's property like your God and you's okay with.
It's not even close to comparable. You can choose to leave your employment at any time.
Hey, I'm not interested. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm reading. I was reading Isaiah 13 to
Well, I was talking. There's somebody else here now. Sorry, just a second. I'm not interested. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you over 18 and a Christian?
I am.
Awesome. Let me drop this other guy. I think he's demonstrated he's gross enough. So yeah, which one of these topics you want to talk about today, or did you want to chime in on something we was already saying there?
Well, I was just listening and I heard the part about like you said, grape. So I was just thinking, pondering that. Whatever you all want to discuss, I'm open.
Oh well, what do you want to know about the grape? You don't think that's okay, do you?
No, it's not okay. And those are things that you will be judged for. Like it's not okay by God's standard.
God is the one ordering this grape. That's why we was bringing it up.
And when he ordered it, what did he say?
That
He says, "I'm now commanding my consecrated ones to execute my anger on the day of my anger." And then he pronounces a whole bunch of bad stuff, and grape being one among them, and makes it all happen.
Right, but what does the wording actually say? So what verse are you pulling from?
It says graped. It says raped, but I'm saying grape for TikTok purposes.
What verse?
Even though people say it all the time, I'm not sure it's actually forbidden.
Right, what verse I'm asking so I can read along.
Isaiah 13, verse 16.
Okay,
There will be babies bashed to pieces and wives raped.
right. So when he says there will be, right, is that God commanding that to happen?
Yep.
And how
In
so?
verse 3 it says, I myself have commanded my consecrated ones. I have summoned my warriors, my proudly exulting ones, to execute my anger. So God is commanding they execute his anger.
His anger. So when he says his anger, is he saying to rape? Or sorry,
Yes.
grape? No, that is not what anger is. So when he says execute his
Excuse
anger,
me, he's executing his anger by proclaiming the destruction of Babylon.
the
Among
destruction.
that destruction, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens when people put to the sword, babies bashed to pieces, and women raped are part of God's anger. So when he says, I'm commanding them to execute my anger, this is a proclamation of what's going to happen to them when they are destroyed. And that's part of it.
Okay, so you said Isaiah chapter what?
Isaiah chapter 13, and that's in verse 16.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
All right. So
This is just one instance of this grape orderings.
their houses
There's
will
quite
be
a lot.
plundered and their wives ravished. Ravished. Yes. Now, does that say that God wants that to happen? No.
It's a proclamation against God is ordering these things to happen. He's making it happen. Like
No.
he does this all through the Old Testament, but you actually have to
Okay.
read it.
So let me explain to you the context of how this works.
All right.
These things happen, and they're the consequences of disobedience. It is not because God
Well,
said
this
that
is
these
actually the
You're
consequence of
not
obedience.
listening. You think you understand the Bible and you don't. Then
No, you think you do and you don't. But
you're
I'll
not
explain
letting
it
me.
to
You're
you.
not
But don't
letting
worry.
me.
Go
You're
ahead.
not letting me get a word.
I
You're
was
not
just
letting
about to
me.
say sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I was just about to
So
say sorry. Go ahead.
I got you. So like I said, these are consequences that come from disobedience. Disobedience. So when you look at the actions in which he's punishing, right? Those things are the consequences of that. He said, "Don't touch this," and you touch it, then there are consequences. If you touch fire, you get burnt, right? So these are spiritual consequences. You're trying to explain from a worldly standpoint spiritual consequences. It's just how it manifests in the flesh is rape, killing, plundering, but that is corruption of the flesh. So therefore, that is not of God. That is just the consequences of the world that
Oh,
we
well,
live
how
in.
come God's ordering it to happen?
Because those are the spiritual consequences of things that
Because
have
God is
occurred from
ordering it. So
disobedience.
God is
No,
ordering the consequences.
disobedience. God created things to go a certain way, right? There's right and wrong,
Oh,
left and
okay.
right.
Well, what
Okay.
was Babylon's disobedience to God here? Why is he so mad at the Babylonians?
In Isaiah,
Yeah.
because they were
Yeah. Do
disobedient.
you know why he's so mad at them?
I can't tell you in this single instance. I don't remember off the top of my head. I would have to
Oh,
reread it,
well,
but
that's
it's
interesting.
again goes back to disobedience. I know that for a
So if
fact.
you disobey God, infants deserve to be bashed to pieces and women deserve to be raped, and that's just God's justice, right?
No, you're trying
Oh,
to equate God's wrath and all of that, and you're conflating all of these things. They're all separate things. So the reason why these
no,
things occur from
God has wrath, and since he's wrathful against the people, he orders all this stuff to happen to them and makes it happen. And this is just like I
he
said,
allows it
this is just one
he
example.
allows it to
And keep
happen
in mind, I know exactly why Babylon's being punished here, and you don't.
and explain it. So then explain it. 'Cause I
Because
told you.
God used Babylon to punish the Israelites when they were doing all this stuff that he's mad at the Babylonians for. And since he used them to execute his anger, he's now mad that they executed his anger. So he's punishing them for having been used by him.
You see this? This is what I'm saying. You're not understanding. You're not going back to the beginning of all of this. The reason why any of this occurs is
You
cyclical.
want me to tell you? You want me to read it to you? You want me to tell you how I know that's what it's talking about?
You know that it's talking about what?
I know that's why God is punishing them, because it says that's why God is punishing them. This is God using them to execute his anger and enslave the Israelites, and then he punishes them for enslaving the Israelites. He makes them enslave the Israelites and then punishes them for it. It's all in Jeremiah and Isaiah, buddy.
I understand that. What I'm saying is you all are conflating this with God's wrath. This is what I'm saying. It is his
No,
wrath.
I'm not.
Okay, hear what I'm saying though. That you're talking about the literal words on there. Yes, okay, this is what is happening. But you're saying that this is what God wants to happen. No, these things are
He
occurring
commands it to happen.
because they have to, because they are consequences. If God does not
They have
execute,
to
okay,
because he commanded it
and
to
I
happen. It
and I
did not have
respond
to happen.
and
He
I
could have
res
just said, don't grape the women or something like that. You know what
so
I'm saying?
you're not trying to understand. You don't want to understand.
You're trying to explain it to me, and I'm not accepting your explanation because it's not lining up with what the words say. And the
The
words say he uses Babylon to enslave the Israelites for when they were mean and he's mad at them, which he also makes them eat their own children and stuff, by the way.
right.
And then he punishes them for having used them to enslave the Israelites. You want me to read
And
it to you?
and why did he do it? Is the point.
Because they enslaved the Israelites when he was mad at the Israelites for their iniquities.
So you're saying that God punished them because he used them to punish someone else. That's what you're saying.
That's what it says. Here, I'll read it to you.
No,
Listen, it's quite clear. Yes, listen, I'm going to read it to you right now, and it's pretty
okay,
clear.
go
It
right
says,
ahead.
this whole land, this is in Jeremiah, this is when he's proclaiming the destruction against Israel from Babylon, right?
Hmm.
It says, this whole land shall become a ruin and a waste, and these nations shall serve the king of Babylon for 70 years. And then after the 70 years are completed, I will punish the king of Babylon and that nation and the land of the Chaldeans for their iniquities, says the Lord, making that land an everlasting waste.
Right.
Hello,
So the
this
point.
can't be any more clear.
Okay, so hear me then. Hear what I'm saying. These are
Okay.
consequences of disobedience. It's
So
not
what?
God just
How did they
deciding I'm
disobey
going to
God?
punish people for no reason.
How
Because
did
he told
Babylon
them to do
disobey
something
God?
and they didn't do it.
They did do it.
What did they do?
They destroyed Israel and enslaved the Israelites.
The
This is
point,
how he was punishing them.
I'm not talking about, okay, I'm talking about from the beginning. There's no reason for any of this to occur if they were obedient to what God said for them to do,
Are you
correct?
talking about Israel or Babylon?
Israel.
Okay, so Israel stopped keeping God's laws and turned to other gods. And
And
he don't like that. He
in
likes to
turn,
be the center of attention. You have to keep God's laws and proclaim his name through all the world. He don't like looking bad to other nations. He doesn't like this at all.
yeah,
So
why would he?
he has
Why would
Babylon
any,
and
do your
Jerusalem
parents,
destroyed for this,
would
and he
your
makes them
parents,
eat their own children in this
do your
siege. He has them all
parents,
put to the sword. He stops giving
you
them
just want to
oracles and
talk or
stuff.
you don't want to have a conversation?
I'm explaining to you what
You're
you're
not,
asking
you don't
me.
have to explain to me the word that I know. What I'm trying to do is have a
You don't know
conversation.
shit.
I
You don't know shit then. You're not getting it
I
right.
literally
You're
just
saying a whole
read
bunch of
all
wrong
of
stuff.
Jeremiah 2 days ago. All of it.
And what? Okay, so what did it say? What happens in the new covenant?
What happens in the new covenant?
Yeah.
What do you mean what happens in the new covenant?
The new covenant in Jeremiah. That's
What
the whole point of
what is the new
Jeremiah, is
covenant?
that God punishes the Israelites by making them slaves in Babylon. Then he releases them, and the new covenant begins. So what is it? You just read it like a day or two ago, didn't you?
Okay, but here's what I'm trying to understand. What are you trying to get to? What do you want to know? I'm trying to have a conversation with you about God's wrath, and then you're changing it.
I know. I'm not changing anything.
You
You
are.
are. You're trying to justify the
I just
grape
all
by
I
saying
told
it wasn't God when God, it literally
I
was God.
literally said, yes, God executed his wrath in that form,
Yeah,
but this is what
on
I'm
Babylon.
okay, right. So here's what I'm saying. We're going back to
And
the
you said it
beginning.
was for disobedience, but he's punishing them
You
for
you
obedience.
literally can't stop talking over your guests. Like that's not a conversation.
I'm trying to get you to understand what I'm saying,
I
but you keep
understand
going back to
exactly.
what you were saying before.
Because that's where the point lies. You don't understand because you won't let
All
me
right,
get
I'll
to
tell
the
you what,
point.
make your point then, and I won't say nothing. Go ahead.
The
Make
point
your point,
the
and then
point
we'll go from there.
the point I'm making is that if prior to any of these things, disobedience caused God's wrath to be poured out upon man. Therefore, it's not God saying, I want to do this. He created Adam and Eve to be in a perfect world. And then things did not go according to that plan. So therefore, there are consequences that had to come in the form of separation from God. Then it turns into all of these other things like rape, plundering, and then not because God wants these things to happen, but because they are literal consequences of the things
So
that
he's
occur.
so he's doing the grape and the baby bashing, but he doesn't want to. He just does it because he has to, right?
He is not the one doing it. Is it
It's
him
kind of like,
or is it
David, you're making me do this. You're making me
you?
unalive this baby. This is your fault, not mine.
If there are
Like that,
if
right?
there's a law, right? So like think about it like science. If you throw something up, it has to come down, right? If that is a
Yep.
physical law that cannot be changed, then God's word is the literal same thing. You can't change. He's not going to change it for you, me, a baby, nobody, because then he has to change it for everybody. That's not
That's
how it
right.
works.
And God is not fair like that. I hear you.
That's just. That's not fair.
That's not
Fair,
just. That's
fair,
not
fair,
fair.
fair,
His fair is everybody
fair.
getting the same punishments for the same thing,
No,
right?
no,
That's
it's
what's
not.
actually
No,
fair.
is that
Oh, it's not. So a bunch of women being great for what other people did is fair. This is the Christian logic here.
no? That's not the Christian logic. You're
Yes, it
trying to
is.
make it that. What you're trying to
All right,
do
so
is
let me go back to what I was originally telling you now that you made your point. So, who did Babylon disobey?
God.
How?
You, the whole premise of Babylon. What do you mean? From the beginning of everything
Babylon
it
did
is.
what God told them to do.
Nebuchadnezzar,
They
Nebuchadnezzar,
obeyed God.
Nebuchadnezzar was not obeying God, and he was the leader of Babylon. So
You,
what are you
I
talking
don't know
about?
if you just, I don't know if you just can't hear or what. Hold on, I'll read it again though.
Ne-
Listen to the words of
okay,
God real
but you're
carefully.
talking about one instance. I'm talking about before that. Like I said,
I'm
prior to
talking about
that,
in Jeremiah. You literally said you just read all this. This whole
Jeremiah is a
land shall
prophecy.
become a ruin and a waste, and these nations shall serve the king of Babylon for 70 years. Then, after the king 70 years are completed, I will punish the king of Babylon and that nation and the land of the Chaldeans for their iniquity, says the Lord, making the land an everlasting waste. Like, God is empowering Babylon here, right? He says, I'm going to give the entire world into the hands of Nebuchadnezzar. He's going to execute my anger and my wrath on the Israelites, right?
Yes, that's his choice to choose who's going to execute it in the physical world. Yes.
Right. So how did Babylon disobey God if God was making them do all this stuff? Where was the disobedience?
King Nebuchadnezzar was the one who being disobedient, and he was in charge of Babylon.
What did God tell him to do that he disobeyed?
Go to Daniel, and it talks about all of that.
Oh my goodness. I'm talking about in Jeremiah.
Right, but I'm telling you that Jeremiah was a prophecy, and and you
What
just asked
did
me.
King Nebuchadnezzar do
Okay, I'm
that
going to go
God
to
told him
Daniel, and
not
I'll
to
tell you
do?
exactly what you want to know. So
Okay, what does he do in Daniel then? Show us
he,
in Daniel.
okay.
How does
And
he
matter of fact,
disobey
I can
God
just
in
tell you
Daniel?
off the top of my head that Daniel came
Go
to
ahead.
King Nebuchadnezzar several times and gave him visions and prophecies, and explained to him what his prophecies meant. And he said to him that if you do not do X, Y, and Z, then God is going to be casting you out of your position as king, and you're going to go live in the wilderness. And King Nebuchadnezzar, surely enough, did not obey, and he had to go live in the wilderness. That was his.
Okay, well, let's
So
just
there's the
assume that's true. So, since
assume. You can
Nebuchadnezzar
go read it.
disobeyed God, this is justification for all these women being great. King Nebuchadnezzar didn't listen to me, so I made
Because
him eat grass and had these babies bashed to pieces and these women raped, and that's God's love and mercy.
no, that is again consequence of
Oh,
disobedience.
oh.
See, you're trying to say that love and wrath
This
are
is
the
the
same
Christian
thing?
sense of justice right here. Babylon deserved to have all their women raped because one dude disobeyed God. That's the
Did
Christian logic here on justice. This is the Christian standard of justice.
did they
Disobey God,
deserve? No.
and the entire
This is
world
my
gets
thing.
butt raped, and that's the love and justice of the
You
Lord thy
you
God.
you want things to be black and white, and they are not.
How
It's
come you
not.
want to dress? How come you want to dress Jeremiah?
We can address Jeremiah. But the whole point was
Okay,
you asked
so
me.
in
You asked me.
Jeremiah,
Can I
was
can I
ge-
can I
was
can I
was
finish what I
Nebuchadnezzar
was
doing
saying?
just what
You literally
Not till you answer
you
my
have a
question.
problem. You might have
No, you have a
problems.
problem.
You might have
No, you have a
problems
problem.
with letting people talk. Like honestly.
I've let you make your point, and you still haven't answered my question. So I would like you to
You
answer
asked
my
me
actual
another question
question.
and I answered it. That's how we got
No, you
there.
didn't.
You
No, you
said,
didn't.
"What did Babylon do?" And then I took you down the
No,
Nebuchadnezzar,
you told me what
Daniel,
Nebuchadnezzar did.
and he was the king of Babylon. And that's why the
Okay,
punishment fell
so
upon
now you're
Babylon because their
justifying
king is
women being
disobedient.
raped and babies
No,
bashed to
it's
pieces
not
because
justification.
Nebuchadnezzar didn't listen to God in the book of Daniel.
It is not. Okay. So go ahead. What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
Show us anywhere in Jeremiah where Nebuchadnezzar didn't do exactly what God was telling him to do.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's precursor. Okay, you don't
Oh,
understand. You literally don't understand.
oh yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah. I don't get it.
precursor to
Make
what
it make
he is
sense.
executing. Daniel, okay,
I know that.
here, I'm gonna go back.
No
So I'm gonna
disagreement
go.
there.
King Nebuchadnezzar was disobedient. Okay? I'm not even. I don't even have time to even re-explain it. What is it that you want to know?
Oh,
What is
I
it?
want to know why you're justifying grape and baby bashing
I'm
because
not.
of what one dude did under the guise of God's justice. Because this isn't justice by anybody's standards except Christians.
It's not justice by your standard because you don't understand spiritual law. You only understand what's in front of you,
Oh,
or you think you
so if I
understand
knew
what's
a spiritual justification, I would get it then, right?
if you actually believed in it, but you don't. And so since you
I
don't,
believed in it most of my life, and I still didn't think it was okay then either.
and is it okay? No, but that's what it is. It's
I
not
know
okay.
it's not
Like
okay.
here's the thing. Like we all have to die, right? We all have to experience suffering, right? Because that's how this world is. So is it
Thank you,
fair?
God.
No, it's just. You get to
It's not
live. You
just.
you get to live.
What is justice?
What is justice? Exactly. What is
Yeah.
justice? You explain your definition of justice.
No, I want to know yours, and then I'll explain mine when you give us the wrong one or prove you don't know what it is.
Justice is everybody getting what they can get, not what they deserve. It's in a situation, right? Like justice in a court.
You literally just said the opposite of the
Okay,
definition
what
of
is justice?
justice.
You explain, then explain your.
Justice is getting what you deserve. It's fairness.
So you
That's what
think,
it
so
is.
you
That's
think it's
why
fair for somebody
have you ever heard of the goddess Justice? How she's wearing that blindfold and she's got the scales and the scales are balanced? That's
and
justice and fairness. That's what it actually
where do you
is.
see justice anywhere in the world? Real justice.
I don't see it in the Bible.
Where do you see it? Anywhere, right? No, nowhere, right?
I see a flawed justice system in America, but I see one that's a billion times better than God's justice in the Bible.
So because people get punished today, like right now, you think that that's real justice?
No, because God punishes people for other people's crimes and he does it horrifically. That's not justice. That is injustice. That is evil. And I'm holding this God in this book accountable for that. And I really
People,
wish you would join me.
the people who God chose to execute that wrath upon got that same thing because they were all disobedient in that they said, we want this person to be our
Okay,
king.
well,
And they
what was
chose a
those
king.
babies who got bashed to
Those,
pieces? Who were that? What was their disobedience?
the babies themselves aren't the ones that executed anything. They're children. So
I
you can't
know,
say that they
but
did.
they're the ones getting bashed to pieces and put to the sword, aren't they?
God can't stop men from doing these things. That's what men
He
do
ordered them to do these things. He does it
because
himself in
of the
some cases.
consequences of their actions. This is what you're trying to.
So
This is what I'm saying. You're
it's like I
conflating.
love you, and that's why I have to bash you to pieces
You're
now.
conflating. It's not God's choice to do it. It's literal.
God
God
commands
gives.
it. If God
God,
didn't want to do it, He
okay.
could say,
Can you?
"Don't do it," and maybe just like forgive them.
All right.
Wouldn't that be wild?
I'm going to explain it then. So instead of me just disagreeing, I'm going to explain it. If God creates laws, right? So there's laws in the beginning when God created everything. He created spiritual laws, right? According to the Bible. And you're shaking your head. This is literally in the Bible. So you're saying you disagree
Okay,
with the
show us the
word.
spiritual laws from the Bible. What chapter should I go to?
It's not a literal list. So, okay.
Oh shit! So it's not in there. Oh wow!
It is
Looks
in
like
the
I was right.
dude. You just want to be right so bad. You don't want to listen.
I want you to acknowledge
I'm trying
what
to
is
explain
right,
it to
and it's
you,
what
and you
I'm
just and you're
saying.
so narcissistic.
You're
You
saying
just
it's
sit
in the
up here,
Bible.
oh,
It's
so you
not.
go
You
look,
just said
you go
it's
back.
not.
Bro, I'm not saying that
This
it's.
is so
I didn't
ridiculous.
say it's not in the Bible. You're not listening. I said it's not a
You
literal
said it
list.
is
It's
in the
not a
Bible,
literal
and then you
list.
said it's not when I asked you for
It's
the
not a
chapter.
literal list. What I said.
So where
Then you
is it?
interrupted me.
Where
You
is
don't
anything
listen.
like that? So
It's
where is
all
it?
throughout the Bible. What are you saying? Anything that
All
God,
throughout the
anything
Bible. You
that
just
God
got to
command.
read the whole Bible. What's in there?
Listen to see. This is what I'm saying, brother. You literally just want to be right. You don't want to talk. You don't want to hear. You don't want to listen. You just
I
want to be
wish
right.
you would be right, and I would just
Let
sit
me
here and
make a
listen.
point, and I could.
You're making wrong points, and I'm stopping
No,
you
I'm
when you
not
do.
making wrong points. You just disagree with it.
Yes, you are. You're full of shit.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, but guess what?
You're
The word is
you're
the
making up
word.
stuff
It is
that's
what
not
it is.
there,
Okay,
and
okay.
you're trying to
I'll give you a
justify
spiritual law right
atrocities by
now.
saying it's just God
I'll give
being
you a
God.
spiritual law right now. God created the heavens. Okay, let me go here. So, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. That is the first verse, right? That is a law. These things now
That's
come
not
into.
a law.
Can you let me explain it?
You're explaining something that's not a law as a law. No, I'm not going to let you explain it.
It's a law of physics.
It's
It's a
Genesis.
law
That's
of.
a creation narrative, not a set of laws,
You're
man.
not
What are
okay.
you talking
What,
about?
dude? You're not willing to learn. So it is what it is. I got you.
I'm not willing to learn a bunch of nonsense from
What's
Christians that's
it?
obviously
So is
nonsense.
science nonsense?
No, science is proven shit. This is
All right.
faith-based
So
nonsense. You
okay
ain't
then.
got a scientific fact from this Bible.
No, you just don't have your heart is hardened and you don't understand God's word, and that's just what it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, well,
And it's a shame.
yeah, I don't understand the logical nonsense. Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
well,
take that moniker.
I hate that you feel that way, but it is what it is. So the point I'm trying to make is this: can I make my point, or are you just gonna keep interrupting me?
If your point's valid, yes, please make it.
Can I get to a valid point in my argument, or are you just gonna interrupt
I
me?
wish you would.
I'm trying to, and I just don't want to be
All right.
interrupted again.
Okay.
All right. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Form was void, darkness, whatever. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. All right. These now light is now a law, right? The sun goes up and down, right? Darkness comes up in the nighttime, right? These are laws, right, of physics that we understand it as. The sun moves and rotates. That's physics, right? Am I wrong? Is it
You
not?
want me to talk now?
I'm asking you a question.
That's a law of physics, arguably, but it's not
Okay.
actual laws.
Okay. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, though. So this is now what you would
I thought we
consider.
was talking about spiritual laws.
I'm trying to get you to understand what I'm saying when I say spiritual law.
You mean physics?
Maybe you're a little bit too slow to understand it, and that's okay. You
That's
literally just
Maybe I am.
at this
unnecessary.
point, you might literally just not be able to understand it, and that's okay.
Maybe I'm not. Go ahead. Is that what you meant? Physics? Does physics mean spiritual? No. Yes.
You know what? You got it. You win. It is what it is. Like I say, you can't explain it
What
to
did I
somebody who
win?
doesn't
I'm
want to
not even sure
understand.
what I won. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever you wanted to win, because you don't want to understand. You want to be right.
Well, if
So
you're using physics with
I just
Genesis,
want y'all
then
to
you're
back
not.
up some of the crazy stuff y'all say with actual verses, and then every
how
time I ask y'all for it, y'all say I don't know, and then you
okay.
start reading something completely irrelevant and just stop and say I won when I don't even know what you're talking about.
You're literally not trying to understand or listen. Like you just want to be right. So you can be right. It doesn't make
I
me
am
wrong.
right.
It's just
Christianity is
you
false.
can be
I'm right
right
about
because you're
that.
right. You're right because you said you are, not
I'm
because you
right
are.
because I actually know this book and what it's talking about contextually. And I know these things. So
You
if you're
don't. You
saying I'm wrong,
literally
you're
don't
going to have to
understand.
actually
The
prove
problem
it
is
with
you
something
don't
meaningful.
understand context. That's the real problem. You know the words,
No,
but
I
you don't
do. You
understand the
don't.
context whatsoever.
No, this is the Christian thing. You
I
think y'all all
literally,
got it,
I
but you don't.
literally just explained to you the connection between Daniel and all of those things, and you sitting up here telling me that that's wrong when it's not. It literally is. Nebuchadnezzar directly connects to the disobedience that I was explaining to you in Jeremiah when he was prophesying to them what was going to happen.
Okay, so
And you
show me
sat up
that
here and told
disobedience
me
in Jeremiah. That's what I've been asking
it's
you the
not
whole
in
time.
Jeremiah, it's in Daniel
I know
because
it's not. That's why
you
you're a
you don't
liar.
listen, bro. You don't understand.
Holy
Again,
shit.
and I just
You're
proved to
telling
you
me
that you don't
something's
understand
not in there,
context.
but you're proving
I
me wrong
literally
that it
just
is
proved to
in
you that you
there.
don't understand context.
Oh, wow.
You're what is the
I'm sure
wow?
you did, buddy. I'm sure you
You're
did.
appalled, and I literally just explained to you something, and you telling me that's not what this is, and it is.
What did you
That's a
explain to
fact.
me? You explained to me that it's in Jeremiah, but it's not in Jeremiah?
No, I did not say that it was in Jeremiah. What are you talking about?
That's what. Oh my God, dude, really? I've been asking you this whole time to show me in Jeremiah where King Nebuchadnezzar isn't doing just what God tells him to do. And you said it's all about disobedience. I said, then show me in Jeremiah where this is going down.
Where the
And you said,
disobedience
it's
is, and
not in there. And then
because
proceeded to tell me, I don't know the context.
yeah, because you don't get it. You literally don't understand the context.
What don't I get about Jeremiah?
The fact that Jeremiah is explaining what is going to happen. It is prophecy.
I know that.
Okay, so then what are you talking about? Wherein Nebuchadnezzar is being disobedient in Jeremiah? It's a separate book.
He's
That's
not being disobedient. He's being obedient. That's been my point this entire time. He's doing exactly what God is telling him to do.
you know what? I'm being disobedient now by even arguing with you because God literally said, "Do not argue with fools." So you can have it. You got it. You're right. And I'm going to
I
pray
know
for
I'm
you
right.
all, and I hope you all
I know
literally.
Jeremiah very well. I've read
Uh,
Jeremiah and Isaiah more than most Christians have. I guarantee you
and it's
that. I
sad
know
because you
literally
don't
almost every
understand
word
it.
of both of these books.
It's sad
Yes,
because
I
you
do.
don't
You
understand
don't.
it. I understand
Tell
it
me what I
very
don't
well.
understand then.
I
Well, tell me.
literally sat here for the last 30 minutes trying to explain it to you, and you don't get it.
You know, you
You don't
didn't
want to
address
listen.
anything I actually asked you. You jumped around to Daniel when I was asking you to
I didn't
explain to
jump
me
around
from
to Daniel.
Jeremiah what was going on.
If you
Yes, you
if
did.
you understood the Bible, then you would understand that how the connection I gave you makes sense. Like what doesn't make sense about
It's not what I
you
asked you
asked a
about.
question.
I
You
asked you to
did. You
show
literally
me
asked me where
in
was Nebuchadnezzar.
Jeremiah or Isaiah, but mostly Jeremiah, where he is doing anything that's
You
disobedient to
said
God.
Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon, right? We agree on that. We
I
know that.
also said in Jeremiah.
I'm asking you, okay, so Nebuchadnezzar is the king of Babylon, right? We agree on
hmm
that.
hmm
Nebuchadnezzar was disobedient in Daniel. It tells you exactly how he was, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, it says stuff about Daniel. Yeah.
What do you mean it says stuff about Daniel?
Can you show us
Nebuchadnezzar?
any of this in Jeremiah that's actually like a contemporary account of the Babylonian exile?
I'm confused. What do you mean show you what?
I would like you to show me anywhere in Jeremiah or even Isaiah where Nebuchadnezzar is disobedient to God.
I'm telling you where in the Bible he was disobedient. So what are you talking
I'm
about?
asking you in Jeremiah or Isaiah.
I mean, it's not in there. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Like I literally don't get that.
I know it's not in there. He doesn't do anything disobedient to God in Jeremiah or Isaiah. That's been my point this entire time.
You think because he wasn't disobedient at that time that he was not disobedient at all? Is that what you're saying?
It doesn't even matter because one dude disobeying God and eating grass for 7 years, which didn't even happen, that's a false thing. We know that from history because it's very well chronicled in history what Nebuchadnezzar did. Anyway,
Gotcha.
that's not the point. I'm trying to say that's not justice. These babies being bashed to pieces didn't do squat. That's what you've been trying to justify this entire time.
There's no justification that I can give you
I
to
know
make
there's
it
not.
to
It's
make it.
inexcusable. It's evil.
Okay.
If it was justifiable, it
You
wouldn't be
two,
evil. It would be
you're
justified.
entirely too emotional about the topic. Instead, you don't want to you don't want to converse. You just want to
Yeah,
be right.
well, yeah. I just get a bit of, I just get a bit emotional when people defend shit like that.
I mean, there's no
Gets me a little riled
defending.
up.
It's nothing to defend. Like it is
I
what
know
it
it's
is.
just evil, and yet you love and worship this God who's doing this evil that you apparently now admits evil with me.
Yeah. Anything that is evil is of the world. It's not what God wants. It is part of what this world is. And that is why evil can't
Mhm.
exist where God exists. That's why there's a
What do you mean
hell.
evil can't exist where God will exist?
God created a place for evil to exist, and that is where evil will go after it leaves this world, plain and simple. And his people will go with him. That's it.
Oh, well, how come in Job Satan shows up to a meeting in heaven?
You said, how come what?
How come Satan shows up to a meeting in heaven in the book of Job?
Because that's where he came from.
Oh, well, I thought you said God can't exist around evil.
Yeah, he can't. That's why he does. Okay. You're trying to make it seem like God can't make things happen. Like this is literally Satan
I'm
coming up
just
to the
trying to show
throne
you
of
the flaws in the
God.
way you're thinking about all this.
Yeah, it can't coexist. Like it can't.
Which
Satan.
verses are in Daniel are
So
talking
to
about the
say,
punishment for
so
Nebuchadnezzar?
to say that is to say God, we can't go to the throne of judgment and get judged in God's presence because I'm going to hell. You still
If
have
you're
to get.
saying
It's
God
a
can't exist
process.
around evil,
No,
then
I'm not
he
saying
shouldn't
I'm
be
not.
around Satan.
You're making it into something that it's not. What I'm saying is that it
Okay,
cannot
well,
literally. All right, dude. You
well, where does it talk in Daniel? Where does it say
no,
what
I'm
Nebuchadnezzar's
gonna explain.
disobedience
I'm gonna
is?
explain my words because I'm not just gonna leave it at that. You're saying that I said that evil cannot exist around God. Period. You
No,
know
you said God
it
can exist around evil.
whatever way you want to put it. God
That's how
can.
you put it.
Okay. Well, then I said it wrong. The point I'm making
Oh.
is that God can do all things, and that when it comes to evil, to be in His presence is not the same thing as to stay with Him in His presence. So Satan coming up to the throne of God is not the same thing as Satan existing in heaven with Him forever and eternity. That he cannot do. There is appointed times where Satan won't be able to do anything. So that answers your question. When you talk about Satan being able to go up to heaven,
No, I was addressing the wrong thing you said apparently, so it's kind of irrelevant. If you just misspoke, then I addressed it wrong because you misspoke.
sure. So what is like the whole point in this? Like what are we trying to get to? Because my thing is like you said,
I'm trying to get to this is not a God of love and justice that you're worshiping. It's a God of evil who commands evil shit, unjust shit.
if God created all things, then how is he not just as much love as he is wrath?
Because even if I created a bunch of people myself, if I was just torturing them, that's still not love.
God is not standing up there torturing people.
I know God's imaginary, thank goodness.
Right. So that's what you believe. If you believe that, then you can go where God doesn't exist after you leave here.
That's what I believe, but whether this God actually exists or not, this is an evil God that nobody should ever worship. This God is awful.
So then what God is not awful according to your
I don't
saying?
know. I don't have an opinion on gods. I don't believe any of them is real.
Well,
I think they're a figment of people's imaginations.
so we're just
I'm saying if this God is real, then we can read what he's doing in this book, and this is beyond evil. This is the evilest of the evil. Even the Israelites thought it was evil. They say it all the time. Why has God pronounced this evil against us? Like it's evil.
because they were disobedient and they didn't do what he asked them to do.
No.
It is what it is.
But
are your
yeah, but
parents
he's a
evil
narcissist. He's
are your
doing it
parents
all
evil
for
for
him. He
whooping you
literally
because you do something wrong?
Are they evil if they would have set me on fire and unalive me for eternity?
Dude, why do you think people go to hell? Why do they go to hell?
because God makes them go there if they don't love Him.
Okay. Yeah, God is that simple. You got it. Do you go to
It is that
jail? Do
simple.
you go to jail
And it says
because
all
just
through those
do you go
that
to
book
jail just
Jeremiah and
because you think
Isaiah,
about
it
doing
tells
a
you why
crime or
God
because
does
you
all this stuff that He does, and He does it all for God. He does it to glorify Himself. He does it for His own glory and His own name. He can't let it. That's why I was saying earlier. He can't let His name be profaned. He don't roll like that. You can't embarrass God. He will do horrible, horrible things to you if you do,
yeah,
and
because
call it
because it
justice.
has to be that way. It has
No,
to.
it don't.
It literally has
Why?
to. In order
Why?
for good and evil to both exist, there has to be a villain and there has to be God. There has
And
to.
God is
It
the
literally.
villain.
Well, that's your opinion, and you're
That's what I
entitled to
know.
believe
But
that.
how many people does the devil unalive in the Bible?
He doesn't have the ability to do that. So
Arguably 10. He does have the ability because God gives him permission to do it.
no, he does not.
Have you ever read the book of Job?
Yes.
Who unalives Job's kids?
You explain. Read the verse that you're trying to read. Say what verse you're
I'm
trying
just
to.
asking you if you know the book of Job. I'm like, have you read the
I've
book of
I've
Job?
read it. Do I know it back to like front to back? No, I've read it.
Well, that's okay. Well, then I'm telling you. Then Satan shows up to a meeting in heaven. Apparently, that's where Satan hangs out, and Satan's just sitting there, and God says to Satan, He says, "Hey, what about my boy Job? Have you considered him?" And Job's like, or Satan's like, "Yeah, he's only loves you so much because he's so successful and righteous."
Right.
And God's like, "Well, I'll tell you what, you can't unalive him, but you can literally do anything else you want to this man, any of his property, any of his children, any of that." He says, "You have free reign to destroy this man's life. You just can't unalive him. That's it." So God gives him permission to make Job's life hell. And this is his most righteous person who is completely sin free. And Satan unalives his children and his family on God's permission. And that is the only people in the entire Bible that Satan unalives. But God unalives thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. So who's the worst by the death count?
According to you, God, but
According to the book.
according to your judgment standard. But what you're
Yeah.
doing is again
What about
conflating.
your judgment standard?
According to my judgment standard, I have no right
Yeah.
to judge God and what He does because I didn't create this world and I didn't create myself to be able to be in this world.
So
So
how
can
many
I'm
people
not
does Satan command be great?
can I explain my position? You ask a question and don't allow me to elaborate.
What?
It's not a simple question. That's a complex question. It's not just a yes or a no.
Yeah, I don't really want a sermon either.
All right, cool. Well, then don't ask a question that requires more complex answers.
Okay. All right. Well, have a good one, buddy. We appreciate you coming up. It was good a conversation as it could be, I reckon. Oh boy. And what was that one dude again? I was tempted to bring it. Look, I've actually got to end the show for today. Person I just cut off, I actually would have talked to you a while longer, but we're about to have to chop it for the day, unfortunately. And
I'll
yeah,
go live here in like 2 minutes, so I gotta go anyway.
yeah, I was about to say, I think Dugald's about to jump on, so we could go swap over to the Gold's live there.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna hop down so I can get live.
Yeah, go for it, my brother. I'm about to close
All
up
right.
shop here. But anyway, y'all heard it there. Spiritual laws or physics. Nebuchadnezzar disobeys God, and that's why the babies are bashed and the women are raped. But only if you look in that part of Daniel, I guess. It's not in Jeremiah or Isaiah, which is what I was asking for the whole time. Like, yeah, you were respectful, man, and all that good stuff. So I really appreciate that. But I don't think you made the sense that you thought you made, unfortunately. But yeah. Thank you, guys. We did get a restriction today. Maybe that messed us up some. Let's slow it down a little bit. But anyway, guys, don't forget the amazing Dr. Joshua Bowen sells a whole lot of books. So check out his stuff if you're into, learning to combat apologetics or learning Hebrew or something like that, Dr. Joshua Bowen is your man. Also, don't forget, thank you, God, when I preached. It was an insane show. Oh, man, it was insane. Anyway, hell yeah, Michael. Sensei got him one. That's cool. Which one did you get, Sensei? Did you get the Hebrew or the Atheist Handbooks or the slavery book? The man wrote the book on slavery in a good way, though. Dude. Anyway, thank you, Era. I appreciate that so much. Zach, what up, dog? You right on time to watch me close the show today? What up, though? What up? What up? What's going on, buddy? We're about to go raid Dugald here in a second. I think Dugald's firing up. He does politics, too, man. Y'all got to give him some credit for that shit. I like it when Christians are like, y'all are just too emotional. It's like, maybe y'all should show some fucking emotion. Like, last time I checked, someone with no emotion was a sociopath. Fucking, or something like that. I think that's sociopathism, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, guys, Rocket City Reason Conference this October. It's going to be fucking awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen you, Zach. That's cool, though. We're glad you're working and doing cool shit, man. That's for dang sure. Zach is a voice actor, so he's up on some big shit right now. But it's all right, dog. We'll wait for you. You're worth the wait, buddy. Anyway, guys, I've got to go to work. I got a lot to do today. Anyway, this was day 93 in the books. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, please check it out. It's Apostate Ape also. I put these replays on there every day. So check those out if you don't mind. And I think that's it. This was day 93 in the books. Tomorrow, day 94 coming up. See y'all in the morning. Later on, guys.